all you cool cats and gamers. Welcome to No Category Left Behind, the GDQ hotfix show that showcases category extension speedruns. I'm your host, Nuclear Reaction, and today we have a really comfy Pokemon treat for y'all. I'm super excited for this run. We've got Cormame is going to be running Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Drifblim, Trade, or oh gosh, I always mess up this title. It's very important I get this right because I've been told there's a difference. It's Trade Alt Main. So we'll get into what that means in a bit. But first, I have a couple announcements for y'all. Summer Games Done Quick 2022 game submissions are open now until March 30th. You can find more information at gamesdonequick.com. Also, if you're watching from YouTube, hi, hello. You can go to twitch.tv/gamesdonequick if you're interested in looking at our live content, starting weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern and weekends at 1 p.m. Eastern. Also, your subs, gift subs, Prime Gaming subs, and bits help support weekly hotfix content. Please consider supporting our daily content if you enjoy these hotfix shows. All right, I thought we had May here, but it looks like Drifblim is here with us today. So, Drifblim, how are you ready for this run today? I'm real excited for this. And we also have the 4th Gen Gamer with us today, as well as Etchy commentating.
Hello.
What's up? Good to be here with our good friend Drifloon here. Drifloon, oh, Drifloon's sad. Oh, do you believe in May, Drifloon?
No,
that doesn't look very promising. That's unfortunate. Does Drifloon put pineapple on pizza?
There we go.
This is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire Drifblim trade out main. Drifblim, I don't know. Already off to a good start with the words. This is a category extension, as is all the runs in the show. Please let me leave Pokemon at me. And yeah, as mentioned before, I'm joined here by Etchy and the 4th Gen Gamer. Thank you for joining me on this Drift adventure.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Wait, I didn't get to see Drifloon's answer. Does Drifloon like pineapple on pizza?
No.
Okay, all right. That's acceptable.
You now speak for the Drifloon. Continue.
Asking the important question. There you have it. It's canon.
You might be wondering.
Does not like pineapple on pizza.
You might be wondering, what is a trade alt main? And it is a category extension where we pretend that the game had better starters. Or worse starters, depending on how you're feeling. In this case, it's better starters. So what we have done is I've traded in this Drifloon from Pokemon Home, Pokemon Bank, it's a 3DS, and it is leveled up as if it had all the experience that you can get in the regular 80% route to this point. So it is a level 7 stock Drifloon. And we're going to be using it for the entire game. All the damage we deal has to be done with this Drifloon, and it's gonna be a ride.
I am excited for this one. So May, whenever you're ready to count us down, let's get into it.
All right, so time will start on my first movement. So 3, 2, 1, go. So this is there are a lot of different trade alt mains. Sword and Shield specifically have a ton of different trade alt routes. I ended up routing this as a community points goal. And it's not good. This game was never meant to be beaten using only a single Drifloon, but you can do it. It'll just be a little interesting at times. The first thing to note here is that it's extremely important that I do not hit any encounters, because if I do, then I will have too much experience for Roxanne, and Drifblim will disobey because it is traded in. The advantage to it being traded in is it will get 1.5 times experience, but the disadvantage is that, obviously, that if we get too high of a level, then we have a chance of disobeying. The only fight where it's really applicable is Roxanne, and we have just enough experience, like we just don't barely get over that threshold, thankfully.
Yeah, and kind of just going over the general kind of other restrictions with trade alt main, we can't like just give it any good moves that Drifloon can learn. It's basically only the moves it has up to that current level. We can't
no
give it
egg
any
moves.
special like move tutor moves, no egg moves, stuff like that. So this is literally the bare minimum that you can get here, which is using Astonish, a ghost type move on Poochyena.
Yeah, this is the only move I have right now. When I was first reading this, I was like, oh, I'll just fight a trader and get Gust. No, because then I disobey on Roxanne, so we just have to do this.
Yeah.
The advantage is that Poochyena can't actually hurt us. So we just spam. There's a lot of spamming at the beginning of this because Drifblim, the fun thing about Drifblim is that its moveset is awful. It just doesn't learn good moves
It's
in this
really
game.
bad.
It's really bad.
I cannot wait for everyone to see some of the weird stuff you do just to make the moves work later. It's hilarious.
I've not done this run before, but this looks awful. Just reading the notes, this is I admire you for this, May. This is a true new level of pain. This is wow.
I will have my lovely commentators follow along in the notes, and they will read out some of my editorialization, I suppose.
Yeah, I will say, May.
There's a fight where the
way a lot of
strategy
these-
is. I think I write like, "Don't let this bad thing happen." I guess. All right, I'm gonna safety save here, even though it seems really dumb, just because you can get an encounter on that tile in front of the trainer, and then okay.
May,
And then he
like,
can't
that's a
spin on
Perfect
you.
example.
I'm glad I did it. He can't just spin on you before you have a chance to react, in which case that would be a reset, because we get too much experience.
Yeah, so something that is a big advantage most of the time with traded Pokemon is that you do get a 50% experience boost. But for the early game here, when you have that level 10 cap for obedience, that's a pretty big problem. Fortunately for this game, that doesn't really come up ever again. And that's one of the reasons why this is such a good game for trade alt mains.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get past Roxanne, it's the bad. In general, this is actually the case with a lot of the older gen games and the newer gen games. The gym issue, just obedience stuff doesn't matter at all. But even in the old games, as long as you get past like the first two gym leaders, you don't really have to worry about it anymore.
Oh boy. Oh boy, where?
I'm grabbing a
where are you
super potion
going?
up here. I'm gonna do a little bit of detouring, okay? I got stuff I need to get. You could technically skip the super potion, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, safety is probably a good idea when you can't do any damage to Roxanne.
Nice thing about doing trade alt mains is that I can give this Drifloon whatever stats and abilities I want. And so it has perfect IVs, it has a rash nature, and it has the unburden ability for those of you who are interested in the nitty Drifloon gritty. I'm gonna grab some berries. Berries are gonna be really, really good for Drifloon, as it has Unburden, which is an ability that when you have an item, and then you suddenly don't have an item in battle, your speed is doubled. Or, I think it's doubled. It might be increased by 50%. Yeah, okay, what I thought. There's an X defense here that I'm gonna grab, and this is for, not only was Drifloon not supposed to win or beat this game by itself, flying types in general really don't seem like they're supposed to be able to win this game by itself, because the first gym is Roxanne, who is a rock type leader. Drifloon being ghost flying is extra bad in this case because it will never use tackle on us. Whereas normally its AI would try to do that, but because it can't hit with tackle because I'm a ghost, it's a nightmare, and you'll see why in a second.
This is actually like one of the statistically worst Pokemon to use for this fight.
Yeah, I didn't. So when I was like, oh, I'll do this channel community points goal for doing this stupid run, I didn't really think about it beforehand. But it does work, surprisingly. I am going to save for this. This is going to be true peak octane Pokemon speedrun gaming. This is pretty much the fastest way, I think, to beat this fight. I forgot to grab Mudkip. I'm sure it's fine.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It's gonna be
interesting.
You may be asking why like Mudkip matters here. So in an alt main run, you're not supposed to kill other Pokemon with Pokemon that aren't your like main Pokemon. So like you wouldn't kill anything with Mudkip here, but you could just use it as like a support Pokemon. So in this case, May wanted to just spam Growl until Mudkip was dead to just improve odds of survival. So now Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab Mudkip. That's why we do that.
Go get Mudkip, yeah. One thing to note here too, that wasn't like, if you didn't pick up on this already, is that typically with these trade all mains, the first person who runs them is the one who's routed it completely from scratch by themselves. That is what May has done here. She looked into all this, did all the damage calculations, all the math, all the strategizing, and as a result, this route is very personalized and also takes a ton of effort to do. Yeah.
I forgot to do this last.
For putting all the effort into this.
I forgot to do this my last attempt too. It's really easy just to forget to grab Mudkip here, because like you don't think about having to. You don't think about it, you know.
I know exactly how you feel. I've done this before with Absol, where you need to do like Perish Song strats, and it's crazy, but you need Mudkip. So I've done that exact mistake before. Yep. It's very easy to just autopilot straight to the gym.
We do and there's no cutscene here. It's the second time I've entered the gym. We do a lot of box operations in this run. As you'll see later, I'm like constantly swapping stuff in and out of the box. And because my brain forgets to do stuff, it's a good time. All right, so first try. We're gonna beat Roxanne. First try. Ready?
I'm ready.
Does anybody want to read my notes for this fight? A little.
Let's see.
My editorialization for this fight. No, just the editorialization. Next to the Pokemon name.
Spam Gust.
Not that part. Don't spoil it. Heal is needed. If you get crit, you are dead. That's what I wanted you all to read.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I understand.
We practiced this ahead of time, as you all can tell.
Oh, definitely.
So this is actually pretty good that I'm able to get a bunch, run at defense curls, because it means I'm able to get more of these off. I might be able to get too many of them off, which is interesting. And this might just take a while. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually get 7 off, which is like not optimal, because I wanted to kill Mudkip to not split experience. Please kill Mudkip.
Yeah. Anything more than 6 does nothing, so it was just wasting time. But still back in a reasonable amount of time.
And the fun thing is that if we get crit again, we are still dead, because crits ignore negative combat stages. Also, that still did 12 damage.
That's absurd.
So I'm
that is absurd.
I'm gonna set up to 6 evasions. Cool.
Yeah, and the evasion's really important, just because, again, any crit will kill you, so anything you do to just minimize the amount of hits you actually take is very good. And
I'm also going to use that
perfect
X
accuracy either.
And then I'm going to use the best move in the game for taking out rock ground types, which is Gust. Gust is the best special flying move that Drifloon gets. In fact, that Drifblim gets as well. We are going to be having it for the entire game. It is a 40 power flying special move.
The entire game?
Oh, yeah.
The entire game?
Well, it's stabs, so if you think about it, it's like a 60 power, right?
Oh, yeah, a whopping 60. Great. Jesus.
Yeah, even though Ghost is not going to be, or Ghost is neutral against this, Gust is going to do more damage overall.
Oh, yeah, she's a potion, by the way.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So yeah, one of the quirks of the AI for this fight is that normally once Rock Tomb, it keeps dropping your speed. Normally it would stop using Rock Tomb and start using Tackle. However, like May said earlier, since we're a Ghost type, it's not using Tackle. It's just letting it rip with Rock Tomb, and man, this is awful. Oh my god.
It's all right. This is definitely the worst part of the fight done, right?
Yeah, we're done, right? Oh boy. Hey, at least doesn't have a potion anymore.
If you run out of PP,
10, which is
I'm
nice.
astonished.
You might be wondering, wait, Acrobatics is better. Acrobatics is a physical move. There's definitely a reason why I don't get it, and I don't remember what it is. I'm pretty sure either Drifloon doesn't learn it, or it's way too far out of the way.
It does learn it. It's probably too far out of the way.
I know it does in Sword and Shield. I don't know if it does in this game.
Acrobatics is interesting because you could use Unburden strats with losing an item, and then Acrobatics does double damage if you don't have an item.
I have to say, this was everything I was hoping this run would be, but also way, way more. This is what I look for like category extensions is just nonsense like this.
Oh, the nonsense will continue. Do not worry.
Yes.
This is probably the most nonsense that it is this fight where I spam Gust for the rest of my life. But it starts bad and it stays bad. Please stop.
Okay. So you can learn acrobatics in this game. I remember I checked this the other day and I totally forgot about it. But you get on Route 119 in front of the Weather Institute, but you need the acro bike to get it.
Right, that's what it is. It's not worth grabbing.
Yeah, unfortunately in this game the bikes are still like separate, so you'd have to go back to get the acro bike.
I love how many times she's hitting this 95 accuracy move when I am at plus 6 evasions. It's very cool. I am outsped, so I do need to heal again.
Oh, the other fun thing to note too. Actually, I'm not going to say it until we get past the fight because I'm going to jinx it. Never mind.
Okay.
Woo!
All right, let's go.
Easy.
That's Roxanne. Is that the worst gym fight? Probably the worst gym fight. Okay.
It's unsurprisingly, Watson is also quite bad, but we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
What I was going to say is that something to note in this game that was really relevant in that fight is that the crit rate in this game is 1 in 24. It actually gets nerfed in the next generation of Pokemon, but the only thing they did nerf in this game is the crit damage. It used to do 2x damage, and now in this game it only does 1.5x.
It's 1 in 16 in this game, not 1 in 24.
Oh, sorry, 1 in 16, and it becomes 1 in 24 in Gen 7.
Yeah.
So it's before crits get nerfed a bit, which makes all these fights even scarier.
Woo! I love getting crit. All right, we do have to do a little fun thing here, and that is even though Mudkip is dead, we do need to put Drifloon in slot 1. And that is just that we don't get encounters because it uses your first slot Pokemon to determine if repels work. So I was very confused about it at first when I was reading this, so I was like, oh wait, it's because I have a dead Mudkip. I'm gonna fight this guy on purpose. Because unlike Roxanne, this guy's an optional, but the experience here is gonna be really nice. And also, we can just one-shot all of these because he has bugs. And we have the best move in the game, Gust.
And no more obedience issues will be very nice for solving a lot of problems that are coming pop up later.
Yes, we will never have the obedience issues again. Yeah. Drifloon and I have bonded now. We truly understand each other. I'm a little bit worried about my Gust count. Also, now I can hit optionals as much as I want, so that's fun. I don't want to, but I can, you know?
It's free XP. It just makes things easier.
So that's true.
Just don't die to them.
We will be finding more optionals
boost,
later.
You know, we take those.
I do not want focus energy.
I'm surprised there's no use for focus. You know, it would have been great to have focus energy on the previous fight.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that could have been great.
You know it's great? Shiny Drifloon.
Shiny Drifloon's a really good shiny.
Yellow and blue. It's pretty beautiful.
You know, it's the only Pokemon that I got perfect on in PLA, and yet I have not gotten a shiny of it. Ooh, that was scary. Actually, I think he only returns one direction.
Holy moly.
I think he's a rotator, isn't he?
That's a scary trainer.
That was actually safe. We're going to use a Repel. We're going to get our Gusts back, because God knows we need them. And we're going to turn off the experience share. In theory,
once again to fight another Pooch.
A smarter May would have saved here, but I will simply get the optimal Odor Sleuth and not bite. Watch the space.
Oh yeah, that's Odor Sleuth. That's like a new thing that it has now that it didn't have before.
Okay, see?
Yeah, Odor Sleuth, there you go.
Beautiful.
I actually don't know if
Odor Sleuth. For those who don't know, Odor Sleuth just lets you hit Ghost type Pokemon with normal type moves. At least that's what you need to worry about for this run. So I don't know if anyone else Odor Sleuths you. I think there's one other. Doesn't like Brawly do it? Or like someone in Brawly's gym do it? Or all of
They
them
have
probably
foresight.
should. Yeah, foresight.
Foresight.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Pokemon. There's a lot of odor sleuthing that we'll see that like actually works out really well in our favor. There's one fight later on that's really cool because of odor sleuth. I do have to be a little careful about this dude. I'm actually going to do it the safest way.
So how long did this take you to route, May?
A while. I don't remember because I did it a while ago, but it wasn't quick. I'll tell you that. It probably took me like a week of effort. Like, yeah.
This is a good time to talk about what we mean by routing, like what we're actually talking about here. I think everyone and all three of us have done a lot of different like alt main routing in the past.
Yeah, for sure.
In various different games. But basically what we mean is the act of making notes and strategies for a specific speedrun category. So in this case, I would like routing Drifloon alt main, so making the notes for it, figuring out the strats for all the fights, figuring out what items you're gonna get when, and just trying to make the speedrun as efficient as possible. And that process involves a lot of having a lot of Chrome tabs open, or your web browser of choice tabs open, a lot of Bulbapedia and Cerebi pages, and then a lot of one of the things we use a lot is Corva May's website that she developed called Ranger, and you can actually check it out if you just go to ranger.maybreak.com. It's that probably just like illustrates more what we mean when we say routing if you just look at it yourself and play with it. But it's basically you just plug in stats. True, yeah, you can actually follow along with this route on Ranger. Ranger has like 10 different parts of it now. It's grown a lot. May's
called scope creep, and it's
so much work with it. Yeah, like, and May's development of that tool has been absolutely massive especially for someone like me who
thank you, man,
enjoys the alt main routing, but it used to be like a ton of work, and now it's just so much faster. I can crank out a new route in like Pokemon Platinum in like 2 days now. Before it would have taken me a month.
Is that when I was first looking to route, I think it was White to Manipulus, I was like, wait, so how do you do like Manipulus routing with like all the different possible IVs and stuff? Do you like, is there a tool for that? And that she was like, no, you just kind of do them all manually. And I was like, absolutely not, I will not be doing that.
This is also why before, especially previously, Manipulus routing, the routing with no RNG manipulation was one of the scariest things ever, and now it's totally fine, and I actually prefer it now to just routing like trade alt mains or manip runs. It's a much less painful process. I mean, it's still nice. Thank you to May.
Still nice for routing trade alt mains, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't need the silk scarf.
We don't.
You don't do normal attacking
moves.
moves.
I ran into the house when I was derusted because I was just so used to doing it. All right, so that first gym is really bad, but fortunately this gym is not bad, so it's impossible to say if Drifloon is good or not.
Josh, can you explain the next trainer in this gym?
Oh, our favorite trainer goes by the name Hideki, Black Belt Hideki. So this Hideki coming up trainer has a Machop, and for the normal any percent speed run, this is the biggest run killer. And there's a very decent chance for most Mudkips, which that's the Pokemon that you will use in a normal run.
I'm not going to say it for Hideki, I'm going to risk it.
Risk it, let's go. It can crit you, it can be faster than you. It's just a big mess. And you know what? Drifloon, Godspeed. I believe in you, friends. Yeah, let's go.
First try.
Balloon, not good. Hideki, who?
Would somebody like to read my editorialization for the Hideki fight?
Where is it?
Get dunked on.
Oh, that. Yeah.
What?
No, because your editorialization is like on different parts every single time in these fights.
I'm unpredictable. I'm chaotic.
Because I was going to say cannot hurt you, because that was the editorialization on the previous fight, but this one's actually get dunked on. Anyway, this one also says cannot hurt you on the Machop. So that's good.
I mean, technically, Machop can hurt you after using Foresight, but you two-shot it, so it's fine.
Yeah. It is nice to get the fighting type gym right after the torture gym that was Roxanne.
Because this gym's really bad in any percent. It's like the main run killer in any percent, honestly.
I assume this is actually bad for most alt mains, honestly.
Yeah, this gym is just rough. You know, Pokemon with focused energy, and you could just get crit left and right. Brawly has Pokemon with Sand Attack, and that's something that even if this gym was problematic for Drifloon, it can't even get Sand Attacked, which lowers your accuracy, and that just gets really messy really quickly. But I mean, this is great.
Be weird. Not like in a complicated way. He just does weird stuff. He doesn't always swap out, but he usually swaps out because I don't think Machop can do anything except bulk up here. And we're gonna use Astonish again. Yeah, see, he likes to swap out Machop, which is nice because it means we're able to like destroy Makahita.
Wow, that's bizarre.
Because he doesn't know what to do.
I've never seen Brawly's AI so confused before.
It is always fun in Pokemon when you see just the AI completely break and freak out.
I'm going to teach Payback for one fight later.
Ooh, we're getting coverage. This is good.
Yeah, and I am using Astonish first here, and that's just to not knock into heal range. A little bit worried.
Now that is a smooth gym.
Six.
Let's go Drifloon.
Do I have enough? I do not. I'm one short, so I'm gonna have to center. I should actually really add to the notes how many you need.
That's a problem for future May.
True.
Have we talked about like what's actually going on in the game at all? I don't think we have.
We're supposed to deliver a letter to Steven.
Yes. And this is just normal Pokemon. It's a Gen 3 remake. We didn't talk about that either, but it's just normal Pokemon. We have to go get all the gym badges and then beat the Elite Four and become champion. And there's going to be some wacky shenanigans on the way there. But delivering a letter to Steven, going to some ancient cave real quick. May's also going to grab a bunch of items on the way there. I'll hear in also on the way to the next destination.
I hate doing the
like
movement
the
to get that Stardust.
Yeah, that trainer has surprisingly short vision, but it's still very
long.
panicky.
It's like really long, isn't it?
It's not that. No, it's not that long.
I thought it's like one tile away from the top, like one tile away from the sign.
It's not that close. Promise.
Is it? I always think it's scary.
I do a pretty tight turn when I used to ground that.
There is a super repel that we could have grabbed on the beach. In theory, it's only faster if you get two encounters. It's only faster if you get two encounters, which I usually do, so I probably should grab it just because I'm unlucky, but optimally, the game is nice. That's what Orgas is known for being.
Yeah, it's so nice you already got one encounter.
Yeah. I've gotten a lot of encounters this run, to be honest. That's like number 4.
Yeah, you got one like immediately. It's like as soon as you started the run, you got an encounter.
Yeah. Steven likes rocks.
Talking about the gimmick for this generation, which is Mega Evolutions. Any fans of Mega Evolutions in the chat?
I'm a fan of a Mega Evolution.
Which one?
Sableye.
I thought you were going to say Mega Drifloon.
I wish. I want Drifloon so badly.
Okay, hear me out. Mega Drifblim, but it's just the house from Up.
Okay, that would work too. I always pictured the
whole
Zeppelin.
house.
Bro, you got the house, you got like 1,000 balloons with all their own little faces. I mean, come on now, right?
Somebody in chat asked what everyone's least favorite gen is, and that's not a conversation you want to start with me. Trust me. I have hot takes.
Trying to think, how do you go bigger than a hot air balloon? I guess it is just the house from Up, right?
I think that's the biggest you can get.
You just do it.
The only
You
natural
just do.
evolution.
Oh, Abramanip.
Oh,
You just do a Zeppelin. I'm gonna get 3 encounters. Just watch. Okay, we're fine.
See, the trick is to expect the worst, and then the game will give you almost the worst instead.
If you complain, the game's like, oh, okay, I'll stop. Fine.
Foolproof. So we're gonna ride another ride with Pico and Briny, our favorite duo. This I'm going to slate forth. We're still a ways away from the next gym, but we're gonna get there pretty soon. We have a bit of a diversion until then. It turns out this museum that May's about to go to is taken over by Team Aqua, which we've fought them a couple times already this run. This museum is actually really bad normally in the Alpha Sapphire any percent speedrun, or at least really annoying, where you can just get trolled randomly for no reason.
Are you a Team Aqua fan or are you a Team Ventus fan?
Oh, Kingdom Hearts joke. Okay, I get it.
Oh my god.
I thought you were saying like venti like Starbucks for a second.
No.
I was
I don't
know
like,
why that didn't
I want
like,
Starbucks.
process.
That like the
I
lag
know, right
roll
away.
was so much.
See, if you had said Terra, like I would have picked it up faster. Because it's not Ventus, it's just Ven. You know, his name's Ven.
His name is Ventus.
Yeah, but everyone just calls him Ven.
I don't. Rip to y'all, but I'm different.
Hey, man.
We're gonna use an Oron berry now, and you might think, oh yeah, because it's for our ability. No, it's because otherwise we die. We need the healing.
Why did you pick Alpha Sapphire? Is it
It's the one I own.
just cause? You know what? That's a good reason. This seems a lot more painful.
So, I own it's actually, I think it's honestly better because we have access to, we don't have any access to any water type moves, but we do have access to electric type moves.
That is true. Yeah. No, yeah. I think Alpha Sapphire is actually just better for
I think it is too. Yeah.
this, honestly.
But yeah, so I have a copy of both games, but my Omega Ruby card is busted, which we learned on the way to, on the way to Midwest Speed Fest, where Etienne did a race because he was like, "Can you do a backup for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And then it just didn't work. It was awesome. Down here.
I mean, you're an Alpha Sapphire gamer.
I am. I refuse to run Omega Ruby out of spite, and mostly because I don't want to buy another copy of the game.
Yeah, so for this run, the only real difference between Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire in the fights are you fight Carvanas instead of Nummels, so water types instead of fire types. What is it? Grimer instead of wheezing or coughing, and then Camerupt and Sharpedo. Those are the other two counterparts.
All right, so we've had to fight these 2 grunts in a row without any break. It can be fine. It could also be horrible. So we'll just see how it goes. It's usually fine. It's often not. I know that seems very contradictory, but it lines up with my own anecdotal evidence. Please do not attack me. See, that's the bad thing. I don't like when that happens.
Oh, that is a problem that is exclusive to Alpha Sapphire, is getting hit by more dark moves, I guess, in this section.
Yeah, you're gonna get dark moves from the Carvanas and then ice moves from the Sharpedos later.
Yeah.
That is a big issue that we run into later.
So I don't know then if it is better.
I honestly don't know what should be better, but I own Alpha Sapphire and it's the game that I know, and so I've made my bed and now I must lie in it.
Yeah, in the any percent speedrun, there's a lot more differences between the two because of the legendary Pokemon that are different. Like Omega Ruby, you get Latios and Groudon. Alpha Sapphire, you get Latias and Kyogre, and those lead to like different strats, different advantages, disadvantages, etc. But obviously, we're just using Drifloon the whole time, so the only thing that matters is teams.
At least we didn't get confused. We
This
might
is
be okay
scary.
here.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
It's not good.
Wow.
Oh, and I just realized that the worst part of like the Team Aqua Magma stuff is like the same in both versions. So
The reason why this can be okay is because sometimes they'll just use focus energy and we do 2-shot. But then they don't sometimes, and it's bad.
Do you just always outspeed them though?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the... We like... Outspeeding things is not super hard for us because we have the perfect IV and because we have Unburden. But in that case, we didn't actually... We did not need the Unburden to outspeed. It's... The Oron Berry is simply to die a little bit less.
Yeah.
Because without it, I would have died there. I believe I got
one of the nice kind of side effects of trade alt mains is that, like, once you get deeper into the run, speed usually is not as big of a deal as it normally is because of the trade EXP multiplier. So you're just naturally higher level, and you also have the fixed IVs, so you're always just gonna be on the higher end of speed. But it doesn't mean you're gonna outspeed everything. It just means you're not gonna get outsped by everything naturally.
Yeah, Driftblim is like both like a good trade alt and a bad trade alt, in that like Ghost in general is pretty bad for trade alt mains because you just tend to fight so many grunts. And they tend to have dark types. But it's also good because Unburden's a really good ability. I mean, want to explain why I just swap my Pokemon in and out of the box all the time?
Yeah, so that's what we call PC healing.
Yeah, we did need the Mudkip too, but yes, go on.
Yeah, so it's quicker to just go to the PC and just drag your Pokemon in and out. That does fully heal their HP and their PP, just like you're going to Nurse Joy. And it's just a lot quicker. The animation at the desk with Nurse Joy is just, it's really slow. So nice little bit of speed tech there.
You want to do some contests?
Yeah, this is the contest cutscene. This is Alicia. She's going to introduce us to contests, and then we can follow her and do some contests. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, I'm just going to... This is actually a bait and switch. We're going to do alt main contest or cosplay Pika.
Yeah, type 1 in chat if you want to see May do a contest.
Speaking of category extensions, there's a category extension where you can get all of the Mega Stones in this game, and one of them requires you to do 2 hours worth of contests. I've done it. It's awful. Do not recommend.
Josh has done literally every category in this game except this, though, so...
You're not wrong.
Yeah. Chad really wants me to do contests.
You're getting a lot of ones.
Yeah, we're getting some feedback for some contests here.
I think that would make me go overestimate, unfortunately, so I'm afraid I cannot. Also, I don't want to.
Type 1 if you're disappointed.
It's not worth it, chat. It's bad content. It's bad content.
They're really slow in this game. I way back when was thinking about rooting all Bastard ribbons for contests, and then decided that it wasn't actually that interesting of a route because cosplay Pika is really good, and B, also it would be really boring.
Yes. Yes, it would.
All right, this fight's bad, but also could be fine. You know, sometimes life's like that. May's gonna fight a Plusle and a Mine here, 2 electric types. They are incredibly annoying because they will like give you berries and then steal the berries, and then it's just slow. In the normal 90% speedrun, you use Marshtomp here, so the main issue is getting the berry stuff. But here the issue is you actually take electric damage. Yeah, they actually cannot hurt you in any percent, which is nice. Boy howdy can they in this. Yeah. This is damage that I'm taking after using an X event. Yeah, we haven't talked about X items at all, have we? We haven't. Josh can explain X items. All right. They took my Oron Berry.
Mid-water sip.
Please don't paralyze me. Okay, we're good.
Spit out the water and do it. Come on.
I'm good.
Do I get my berry back?
No water spout today.
Do I get my berry back? How does that work? I don't actually know. I don't know. I swapped it, so I used their berry, you know?
I have never run into that situation.
I do not get my berry back.
Wow. They just stole that.
That's
from
a
you.
rip.
That's crazy.
I was just robbed in daylight, you know?
So yeah, let's talk about X items. Let's
talk about my movement here that stresses everybody out.
Oh my god, dear god. Okay, yeah. X items, we're going to use some in this fight as well. So pretty much X items allow you to raise your stats in the middle of battle. And pretty much stats have stages that they can go up by, just in terms of how much stronger they are. So in this game, an X item will raise your stat by 1 stage. Every game after this, it goes up by 2 stages, so they're a little bit more broken. So they're not as helpful in this, but we definitely will leverage them.
Oh, they're still real good.
They're still very helpful, and we could use that for our speed, our special attack, our defenses, which is what May's starting with here. And that honestly is what helps make these runs possible. A lot of trade alt mains or just speedruns in general for Pokemon would either be impossible or very grindy without the use of X items. So thank goodness we have them.
This fight's actually I could probably reroute to ow. We pretty much always take enough damage to get below half, so I should probably just Oron Berry for this fight, but I didn't think about it until just now. I think I used that should be 3, yeah, okay. Ow.
I always like to make sure we explain X items because everyone who played Pokemon as a kid never used them and avoided
Absolutely
them at
not.
all costs.
They don't do damage,
So,
why would you?
Exactly, true.
Oh my god, I just got so excited for what is coming up after Grovyle. You guys aren't even ready for this.
You mean
Y'all aren't even ready for this. Drifloon, ooh. This is great. This is a momentous occasion. Get out the party balloons.
All right, so now that we have defeated Grovyle and hit level 20, we will now have access to a real move.
Woo!
However, it only has 5 PP, so we're gonna use a lot of Leopard Berries in this next segment.
I was about to say, I thought Gust was our only move.
Gust is our best flying move.
Okay,
I missed the range, but I got the Omni Boost. That is perfectly unoptimal.
I was just going to ask you about that. So, Ominous Wind is a really cool move because there's a 10% chance that it raises all of your stats by 1 stage, like we were talking about before.
So literally just using like an X item on every single stat at once.
Do we have any Ominous Wind Omni Boost conditional strats where if you get the boost, it's a great fight or something? Because that would be so cool.
Not really. You could save like a turn. There's more strats with a move that we will get later that is much more likely to boost. Foreshadowing. I'm gonna pick up this Revive because I've never not needed it.
Also, why does Wailmer have Astonish? Why does everything have a move that's super effective against you?
Because, again, as I explained, this route was never meant to exist. The game punishes you for trying it.
It's really nice that the game just gives you a bunch of these level berries right here. It's super convenient.
I do not want to plant a berry.
It's basically just like 6 free ethers if you want.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I have
And it's something you don't really see in other games too.
I have to ask May, what inspired you to run this category?
So Drifblim is my second favorite Pokemon. I love Drifblim. It's also like the theme of my whole channel. And so I ran a ton of Alpha Sapphire any percent, and it's pretty much like the game that people tuned in to watch me run. And so I did for a community points goal. I said if we did the community points goal, I would root Alpha Sapphire Drifblim alt main, and then because my community hates me, apparently, they raised enough points.
That's a good reason. I like that.
Yeah. I have also run Drifblim alt main, not trade alt main, and Sword and Shield. Which is worse? It's worse.
Yeah, things that are normal alt mains that aren't trade alt mains. Normal alt main is basically imagine this, but instead of trading in a really good one at the right time, you just catch one when you're supposed to. I tend to do a lot more alt mains than trade alt mains, and they introduce a lot of challenges that don't exist normally with a trade alt main run. It was rough.
So yeah, I like an alt main if like it's achievable, like if you can get the alt main early enough, but like you can't get a Drifloon early in this game at all.
Yeah.
That's a really nice thing about Sword and Shield is that there's so much available to you. I don't know the right time to stop mashing for that guy. We're gonna get the best held item of all time.
I love this held item.
For speedruns.
Oof. I'm obsessed with this held item.
It's very good.
Yeah.
We also got a free nugget. The only reason I know that nugget is there is I don't know how long to mash for these guys. It's not at any percent. The only reason I know that nugget is there is because when I first started running this game, my brain turned off, and I accidentally bought the X items that you buy for Let's Go, and I panicked because I didn't know what to do. And then Warchat was like, "Go up the stairs," and then you just
I
get a
remember
nugget.
this. I was there for that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was so long ago. Wow.
All right. Who thinks Wally's gonna win? I think it'll be
Me.
close.
Fun fact: this Relt is actually like pretty stacked. Like, not even kidding. It has pretty good stats, defensively at least.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Ralt.
Yeah. It was close, buddy. Oh, I crit just to add insult to injury.
Wow, you killed like 2 Relts there.
So I equipped the what's it called? Cherry Berry earlier. That is for this fight coming up here after this, which is just a normal trainer. It is horrendous without a Cherry Berry because it pretty much always wants to paralyze you turn 1, and it also outspeeds you. But because we have the best ability on Burden, this fight becomes not bad at all. Berries make this route even possible. They're so good.
Yeah, Burden's
That's really
so
cool.
nice too.
Gen
yeah.
1 could never.
Unburden's a really cool ability.
There were so many fights where I was like, how do I even do this? I can't set up. Wait, I don't need to use X speeds ever. Yes. Except for sometimes I do because I don't want to use berries. It's actually because you do still have to trigger the berry. So
Yeah, you can't always just like force it to happen in every single fight all the time, or at least when you want it to happen.
yeah, it always likes to use Thunder Wave, but I forgot. We do actually outspeed in this one. I forgot. But yeah, it always wants to use Thunder Wave, which really sucks. It makes this fight really bad. But because we have a berry, we're fine. And then Electrike likes to use Odor Sleuth, which is nice. That's just a free turn, essentially. And then it quick attacks to be annoying, but you know.
Yeah, we haven't really talked too much about the AI, have we?
I don't think so.
How it behaves. So we'll kind of talk about different things as they come up, but one of the key things you're going to see a lot, like on Watson, is that if the AI can paralyze you and they can't like kill you otherwise, they're probably going to do it. So you're going to see a lot of thunder waving, unless you have you're already paralyzed.
This is also the gym where we really run into the fact that we don't have a lot of PP. We're going to use 2 Leopard Berries in this gym because we use so much Ominous Wind.
Yeah, it's very nice that you get all the leopard berries right before this gym.
Yeah, it's
helps a lot.
Convenient. I agree.
I am getting a lot of questions in chat again about what this category exactly means and how did you trade this Pokemon, so I don't know if you can maybe just recover that for those who are just now joining us.
So this is a trade alt main, and what that means is that I'm using a Pokemon that I traded in from, that I like bred in a different save, and I traded in from Pokemon Bank. The rules are essentially you can use the Pokemon as if it had been given to you as your starter. So we started at level 7 because that's where the Mudkip would be at the point where we can first trade in a different Pokemon. And it has only the moves that it would have up to that point, but it can have whatever stats we want, whatever ability, and whatever nature we want. It's sort of like a backdoor Manipulus run, I guess. If that makes sense.
Yeah, the idea is basically like, what if you could have Drifloon as your starter and speedrun
What
the game
if you
with
could
that?
have Drifloon as your starter? God, I wish. I love Drifloon so much. So we used 4 Ominous Winds in that fight. That's cool. We also need another one of these. Also gonna heal the full, even though it's only 5 health, but that can matter. And now we're gonna do a fight that's really bad. Woo!
Oh boy.
It's not as slow as the Roxanne fight, but it is as... Probably not as scary. It's pretty bad. It's pretty scary.
I see some more minimizing that.
Yes. Every time anytime you have to rely on misses. So the minimize is honestly just to, you don't need to do it, but it makes the fight a lot more reliable. Or as generally. Would anyone like to read my my editorialization for this fight?
If Magnemite uses Volt Tackle turn 1 for some reason, this fight is a mess.
In all my practice runs it has, so.
You mean
no.
Volt Switch?
Yeah, Volt Switch is what it is. That's a typo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Volt Switch is a super annoying and super awesome move where they use it, they damage you, and then they swap out in the same turn. So it's basically a free swap and while also doing damage. Really annoying in Gen 5. And they were like, that was a really cool mechanic. Let's make Watson do that now. So,
Yeah.
all of Watson's Pokemon.
So I only got off 1 minimize, which is a bummer, but it's fine. I did have to Gust turn 1 there because I need to break Sturdy, which is an ability where you cannot one-shot a Pokemon. This I need to actually heal for. Charge is scary.
Yeah, Charge just makes it so your next electric move does even more damage. And it also busts your special defense.
He will often just charge twice, which is nice. Or 3 times.
Yeah, they don't stack. So he's not getting anything out of this besides special defense boost.
He did miss the charge, but then I got paralyzed, so... Or missed the Volt Switch, but then I got paralyzed. Alright, Magnemite down. That's 1 of 3.
Oh, and when you Volt Switch, you lose all your stat changes, so all that was for nothing.
Yeah, well, charge only applies to the next turn.
Yeah, but you also get the special defense boost.
Oh yeah, you do get the special defense boost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't root for that. It's fine. It's fine. It's 2 shots anyways.
It's dead. It's fine. Yeah, you're good.
Easy. That was actually
Confusion
really,
paralysis.
good.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that was really good. That went really well.
This was not a messy fight at all.
That was
I know,
very
I only
clean.
healed once.
Look at the balloon go.
That's the power of minimize.
So I see a lot of people asking about how did this Drifblim category, how does this even exist? Or is there a route for another Pokemon? And that's a great question. So on speedrun.com, for these trade alt mains, they're all on their own leaderboards. So you have a Drifblim leaderboard, and then separately you'll have other Pokemon that people have done. For example, I've done Absol before, and I've done Empoleon before. Unfortunately, I've done Wobbuffet. That was awful. But yeah, so it really is just based off of who has done runs. So you could go and do a run tomorrow and just request for the leaderboard to be made, and then a leaderboard will be made for that Pokemon. There's not a leaderboard for every single Pokemon. It's just if a run is done, then they can compete amongst themselves. Obviously, we're not going to be putting a Drifblim up against a much better Pokemon. Sorry, May.
Well,
but this is very prestigious in its own right.
Drifblim was never meant to be a carry through this game. So,
I mean, these are the runs that are more challenging and more interesting than the more free Pokemon.
They're more fun to route too, because like, you can't just get away with like you can route a legendary and it'll be good, but like it'll just be a lot of using the same move over and over and over again, you know. All right, so we're done with payback. We now have a 90% accuracy move, which is always fun. We're going to give the God Item Metronome to Drifloon. We're going to use a Super Repel. And then I'm going to not hit this option.
Do not try Wobbuffet. Save yourselves. Do not do it.
If you're interested in, if trade alt mains do seem fun, I have this route right here on Ranger, which is my like very friendly speedrunning tool for doing routes off of. There are also like 54 different trade alt mains for Sword and Shield. I highly recommend them. The trade alt main scene for Sword and Shield is like super productive and exciting. So,
And honestly, these, depending on the Pokemon, are really good beginner runs. Drifloon is a little bit more rough, but
Yeah.
you know, you get to skip some of that beginning of the game slog, and it's also very consistent in the sense that your Pokemon will always have perfect stats. Like I said, Drifloon, not a fantastically beginner-friendly speedrun, but there's a lot of other runs that...
The nice thing about Drifloon is that even if you're doing an alt main, it still has perfect stats because every Drifloon is perfect.
Yeah, and when
In my eyes.
when Josh is saying like the slog of the early game, so as an example, like getting on a run for a Megarui Alpha Sapphire any percent requires getting a Mudkip with certain stats, and that's like 42% or something.
42%, baby. And of those, I would only say 15% total are actually like good.
Yeah.
This fight's cool. I want to explain it quickly. So, Electrike will use Odor Sleuth turn 1, unless we crit it. And then it'll send up Makahita next. Makahita would normally want to use Fake Out, but normally cannot because we're a Ghost type. But because we've been Odor Sleuth, it will Fake Out, which gives us a turn to set up. Okay, cool. Continue.
Yeah, so a lot of like Pokemon speedruns that aren't categories where you have like a fixed main like this kind of devolve into resetting a lot for like an early Pokemon or starter or something, like a Mudkip, and then having the privilege of maybe getting past the 30-minute mark, but probably dying instead. So it's it can be a lot to take in when you're not used to it and you're not comfortable kind of like just doing a monotonous kind of reset session like that. So trade alt mains are great. And I know some people are kind of like confused on what exactly the rules are for this. If you click Thar's link in the chat that he posted for the leaderboard, if you click that and you just go to view rules, you can actually see
Yeah, another nice thing about trade alt mains that they're just like a less competitive leaderboard, and so like it's less stressful, honestly.
Yeah, they're much more like they're way more about just like having fun and doing and trying weird things out. Like I'll just like even these rules. If go ahead.
I have a quick question for Nukes. What do you say when you're excited?
Yeehaw! I don't know.
All right.
So apparently Nukes has not been excited this whole run, so that's good to know.
I yeehawed in the beginning, to be fair.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm a fraud.
I was really afraid that I was going to hit enter instead of delete there, which I do about 80% of the time when I'm typing stuff into the keyboard in ORAS. I don't know why I do it. I see the arrow, I'm like, that's a backspace.
They are also right next to each other, so.
They are right next to each other, yeah.
But yeah, the other thing I was gonna say is just like a lot of like, especially with some of the other kind of generations of Pokemon, a lot of the rules and like rulings for trade alt mains are very like vibe based, where it's more just like about the spirit of the run than being like super strict about following all the rules precisely and all this kind of stuff. So it's very laid back, and I highly recommend it.
A great way to get into Pokemon speedrunning if you're intimidated by the daunting any percent routes with all of the different stats that you have to keep track of. Is a great way to just get used to the movement and avoiding trainers and menuing, and then you could dive into the main leaderboard runs, starting with category extension. Trade alt main is a great way to do that.
Fun fact, I've never run any percent for Sword and Shield. I've only run alt mains and trade alts.
You've never done any percent? Wow.
No, I refused. At this point, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'd rather just do trade alts.
Have you not even done DLC?
Huh?
Have you not done DLC either?
No.
Oh, wow.
I've never done a main board run for Sword and Shield.
I love that though, because it's... Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I love that because I feel like these are more challenging because you have to, you know, figure out how to make it work in some scenarios, which I really, really love.
It definitely tests different skills. And it's pretty cool in that regard.
It's also like, if you are interested in rooting stuff, like, it's a great way to, like, both dip your feet in the water or to practice or just, like, try something, you know? Whereas, like, it might be daunting to root a game that just came out, or, like, if the game's already been rooted, then you're like, well, it's already done. Why would I do Like, there's nothing for me to do, but there's always a trade alt you can do.
Yeah, as someone who's been doing Pokemon speedrunning for like 2.5 years now, I still think routing is my favorite part
It's
of
so fun.
The process and speedrunning Pokemon, and it's a much for me it's like a much more kind of like stimulating challenge in terms of just like raw problem solving, and I think it's a lot of fun to kind of approach that part.
Etchy and I did a lot of routing for a route that for BDSP that was competitive for a bit, and then it turns out it's not like it just isn't going to be as fast as the other route. But a lot of the skills that I learned from doing this were applicable for that. I could definitely maybe a better router.
Have any of these trade alt main categories been super competitive, or?
Yeah, a lot of them are just kind of by nature because trade alt mains kind of start later than the 90% run. Because the 90% run you start at the very beginning of the game. These you start when you actually can acquire the Pokemon. But there are a lot of Pokemon, especially like if you look at Sword Shield, there are some trade alt mains that are just like 20 minutes faster, 30 minutes faster than the 90% run.
There's
because
also,
they're just so much faster. It's so much better to use like a legendary or something at the start.
Yeah.
There are competitive-ish alt mains in some games too. I almost just biked right into that guy. Like the Candy Floss route which is where you use the trade Whimsicott in Sword and Shield, like can't get top times, but it can get like quite good times, is way more consistent, and Whimsicott is incredibly cute. So it's really only wins with Candy Floss. I will not be hitting this Machop like somebody I know.
Oh no.
This fight's bad.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, how do you do this with Drifloon?
This is awful. So this is a double battle, which double battles are just generally troublesome, but this has a Mighty Yenna, which is a dark type, and that seems scary. I am praying for you, friends.
The rule with all Drifblim routes, to be honest, is when you get to a true double, you kind of end up relying on your partner. It's the same thing in Sword and Shield alt main. Okay.
That went well.
That was an interesting start, yeah. We do want to kill this Grimer first, because that means that Brendan will send out Grovyle, which is way better than when Brendan sends out Wilmer, which doesn't really do anything. Snarl's annoying because it lowers our special attack. Also, I missed my Charge Beam, so that's cool.
Charge Beam is a great move. I'm surprised that you learned it. That's awesome. Charge Beam actually has a 70% chance when you hit it to raise your special attack one stage. So that's the equivalent of using
it is a 90
special attack.
It is unfortunately a 90 accuracy move, though.
Yeah, and it's also just not very powerful by itself, but with the boost,
and it cost me $10,000 in this economy.
But it's okay because you just picked up an item, the Comet Shard, which is worth $15,000.
I got the Comet Shard, the Nugget, and the Rare Bone.
Yeah, you're loaded now.
And it's because later on we're gonna have to buy another TM that is very expensive. This has honestly been going well so far, though. Like, the only thing that went badly was when I forgot to get Mudkip, and that's on me, so...
This is a cool route. I kind of want to try it.
You should. And if you want to try it, it's on Ranger. You can go to ranger.madebreak.com/route and then pick it from the drop-down. And it, like, guides you all the way through. It even has, like, little questions about different things that have gone wrong with the route and then adjusts what it shows to you based on that. That, I mean, it happens once. So this part, I hate this part, if only because the shaky cam feels bad. Oh, hi, Maxie. Are we Maxie fans or Archie fans?
Archie.
Archie
especially the new version of Archie.
Yeah.
And the remake here.
Yeah, Archie radiates a certain energy.
Yeah. all of Team, like both Archie and Matt in this game have like incredible himbo energy. I love them.
So what just happened there plot wise? You met.
We saved the professor because we wanted to get the meteorite, and then even though we won, they just took the meteorite and ran away. And then Maxie was like, "Oh shucks, I was here too late, and now I'm going to do backwards movement."
That is like my favorite. It's not even like a Pokemon thing. It's just a JRPG thing where it's
I know.
You battle to protect a thing. You win the fight by the skin of your teeth, and then they just take the thing anyway, and there's nothing you can do.
Who wants to explain backwards movement? My beloved.
Yeah, so you can get warped if you said yes there. You could warp back to Mauville, which is on the other side of this volcano. Is it a volcano? Either way, Mount Chimney, which is where we're heading to next. And there's some easy movement if you just warp, and you could head up to Mount Chimney from there. But we have to go and hit Rock Smash again. And the problem with Rock Smash is that you can get an encounter, which is a bit of time loss. So going backwards here, skipping the warp, is quicker if you wouldn't get an encounter, or rather if you did get an encounter. But yeah, it's definitely, it's a bit risky because the movement's a little bit challenging, but if you've done it before,
the movement's way more fun in my opinion.
It is a lot of fun. It definitely is, but there's trainers littered everywhere. And
also,
hey,
I didn't really give Josh the full lowdown on this. We are also going to be fighting 2 trainers that on the way back too.
Oh, well,
So,
yeah, there you go.
Buried the lead a little bit there,
optimal.
Yeah, we're going to fight 2 optionals here because it gives us enough experience to hit Drifblim before Archie. And if being Drifloon for Archie is a nightmare and being Drifblim for Archie is fine. Because a nice thing about Drifblim is that Drifblim has 150 base HP, which is a blessing and a curse. It is good because it has a lot of HP, obviously. It is bad because it means that no potion will ever heal Drifblim ever again. Even the buffed 200 healy potions in this game. Oh wait, no, this game has the old ones. Also, huge win coming up, and that is we are going to be having a real ghost move that has PP.
Oh my god, we get Hex! Oh, that's fantastic.
Hex is the same power as Ominous Wind, and doesn't have the benefit of giving the potential of the Omni Boost, but in exchange it has a real amount of uses, so it's worth it. We're also going to fight this girl.
I like that you fight the 2 trainers that you always desperately try to avoid normally.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're really easy to avoid doing backwards movement if you're paying attention. It's actually like, I find it really hard. That was the best I've ever talked to that girl to fight her.
Oh my gosh, Spoink is so bouncy in 3D.
I know.
I love 3D. Spoink.
Here's my pop Pokemon take. I think the 3D models are like good. Like, how can you look at this Drifloon and be like, I just feel like they didn't really make the leap to 3D. This Drifloon is amazing, and I love it.
What was that accent?
That Spoink kind of made me want to get a plush of Spoink.
Yeah, honestly, same.
Like a properly bouncy Spoink plush is probably the greatest thing ever.
Oh, just like a real spring at the bottom.
Yeah.
Spoink feels underrated.
I agree.
After looking at that.
Yeah.
I think it's because nobody likes Grumpig. That's probably why.
That trainer that I just passed is infamous because you can get what is called the Gen 6 spin, or the Oras spin, I guess. I don't know what the proper term for it. Every Oras runner has a clip of it. There's a weird quirk with the spinners in only this game, where when they spin 180 degrees, if you are directly 90 degrees from them, they will see you, but it looks really weird because they'll like spin all the way, the exclamation point will pop up, and they'll like rotate halfway back to look at you. It is extremely jank and only happens in this game.
I call them sprinkler spinners.
Show it.
It's like a sprinkler.
I don't want to show it. There's not really a good point to show it here. I'm actually going to save for this guy. if only because this fight can be bad. It was really bad for me in my last D-Rust. And if in the case that it goes truly horrendously, I would like to not have to run all the way back from home. Well, no, I've been to a couple of centers. Still, it'd be bad. I don't want to do it.
So something I think we haven't talked about yet was the held item that we have, the metronome that we got earlier, is such a good item, and we're definitely going to be leveraging that a bit here. And what that essentially does is every time that you successfully use a move in a row, you get a 20% power boost that stacks. So that right there, that move was just 40% boosted, and this next one will be 60% boosted.
Yeah. Also, you can heal between it, which is nice. That doesn't break. Metronome, which I actually didn't know until I was reading Scyther. But if you miss, then it does break it, which I actually didn't realize until 3 days ago.
Everyone say goodbye to Drifloon.
Blim time.
Let's go, hot air balloon.
Oh, look at it. Glorious.
So larg.
Beautiful marshmallow fluff.
My Pokemon Home buddy is Drifblim, and it takes up like an entire room if you do the like.
Look at its sprite. Oh my god.
Yeah, it takes up the whole box. Yeah. This fight should be fine. Could technically be bad. I've had a good... Though this fight's actually not bad for me last time because I got like minimized and missed like 4 times. It was awful. Grimers in general in all Pokemon games tend to be very trolly.
Yeah, because they like to minimize a lot.
I've been crit sludged. Interesting. That's good though. Never mind. Oh, I spoke too soon. I love missing ranges. Please just hit.
Ooh, I love minimize. It's my favorite move.
Oh my god.
You're just getting a taste of your own medicine.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the worst form of karma. There we go, finally.
Woo. I am now. I'm going to have to take the center now on my way down. No, I don't. We're fine. I might also still lose here. We'll see. Okay, good. I hit the charge beam. I crit the charge beam actually. All right, so that was cool.
I did see a question in chat about Spoink alt trade when. And I have to say, I had to go look and see if anyone's done it, and I don't. It's not on the board. So
yeah, I don't think anyone's done it.
If you want a world record, you can do one. It's free world record if you do it.
I had the world record in this game because nobody else wants to do it, or in this run. That's the best thing about trade alt names. You can just pick a Pokemon and now you're a world record holder and no one can take that from you unless they do it better than you. Which I guess is all runs, but you know. All right, who wants to read my notes for this fight? You guys are not following in the notes is what I'm learning here.
I have to scroll down. Heal as needed. Good luck, don't get crit.
Nice, actually.
And don't hit yourself, ideally.
Yes.
And then you did the colon and then the greater than sign, which is supposed to represent a smiling face, but like really pointed and like anime-y.
So you can heal Swagger here.
Do you not get roared?
Do I have Bike with me? I honestly don't remember. No.
You do.
Because maybe you can, but he doesn't do it. I don't know. I've never been roared. There is a point later where that can come up, but if I miss either of these, by the way, this is going to be not good. Ooh, that's interesting. Remember how my notes say don't hit yourself ideally? I've chosen to not do that, I guess.
Yeah,
it only says don't hit yourself on Mighty Enna, so I think we're good.
You can, heal the confusion here, but I find... Oh my god. I think I'm dead. Yeah. We should be okay.
Good thing you have the mudkip.
I got an extra revive too from the rock, so... for some reason I always think revives are going to be a heal, but it's for status condition. Hopefully Charge Beam still kills at +1. It's possible it doesn't. We'll see. But yeah, so that was unlucky. I hit myself a million times. Okay, it doesn't. And I've been confused again. Please don't hit yourself again. Alright, you gotta do it, Driftblim. Well, that could have gone better.
It is pretty impressive that it took this long for... That's our first death, right? I mean...
No, because I did get the one, like, I forgot to grab Mudkip death.
Right, but aside from that, in terms of the route, you know...
Yeah.
As intended.
Yeah, like when executing
well
correctly,
it's really
smooth, yeah.
That's impressive for a Drifloon.
That was some bad RNG there, too.
I did hit myself in confusion, I think, 7 out of 8 times. Which is 50-50, so that's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you can heal Swagger there, but I find that like it takes so many hits to kill Mightyena that like doesn't really pay off. It's also possible I rooted this back when I thought that it would cancel the Metronome boost, so I don't know. But we don't use the Metronome boost, so I think I did it for a reason. And I think it's because Assurance does an insane amount of damage. You just kind of get stuck in a heal loop if you don't just kill Mightyena quickly enough. Alright, this time I will simply win. It can roar, okay. That's a bit of an issue now, because I used my X defend. I've never seen it roar before.
Maybe it's one of those things where it just will pretty heavily lean not roaring because Dark versus Ghost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the Pokemon.
Alright, I need to not hit myself here. Okay.
Wow. Unreasonable.
All right, so we're gonna switch this up a bit to avoid the roar. Just play it safe this time. This is the worst this has ever gone for me, so that's cool. And we are going to reward Mudkip for its service.
We love you, Mudkip. Thank you for your great sacrifice.
Yeah, apologies for advertising a different hotfix show when I said that never happened before. My bad.
That's illegal.
I know.
Is it a GDQ appearance though without?
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I'm glad that we do get a little bit taste of everything was going too well, and I had like prefaced this with saying it would go badly, so it's good that it's finally going a little badly,
Yeah,
you know?
we were talking too positively, so the game heard us. The 3DS does have a mic, so it does hear what you are saying.
That is true. And that's how it determines RNG, right?
Only in Gen 5.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so now we can't get roared. Watch me get crit now or something. Alright, Driftblim, please, you can do it. Oh,
Oh my god. That is evil.
okay, that's 2.
Happens. Do you note that May could also just break out of confusion any of these turns, and it is simply
Yeah,
not
that's
happening.
also an option. That hasn't happened.
Nope, okay.
Okay.
3-peat.
Wow.
That is impressively unlucky.
That's 1 in 8, not including the chances to break out of confusion.
Alright, this time for sure.
1 in 16.
Oh. Oh no. Well, at least you haven't been crit yet. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna run out of hyper potions. I think I have to break out either this time or the next time, right?
It'll be next time, yeah.
I'm free!
There we go.
Let's go, Drift Blim.
I did get snarled though, which sucks. Another move that it almost never uses, so that's cool. Does this kill? Is the question. No. All right, now I just need to not miss the charge beam on the Golbat. There's a 90% chance that I hit the charged beam.
All right.
Good
Okay.
job.
Very nice.
All right.
Bravo,
Easy. So that
Drift
fight's
Blim.
honestly, that fight's free.
Yeah, as we were saying, this run's going really smoothly. Like nothing bad.
Yeah, this one's going really well.
It's really good.
I also want to say we are at about an hour 17 into the run. Is this a good spot here to take a break?
Yeah, we can do a break right here because right after this is just biking down to Flannery. So
Okay. So if you want to go ahead and count us down to pause the timer, and then we'll
all
go
right,
on a
after this
break.
cutscene, then I think we can pause when I regain control, which will be after this whole Maxi bit where Maxi's like,
Okay.
"I'm also here." All right, bye, Maxi.
Bye, Maxie.
All right, 3, 2, 1, pause.
Perfect. All right, chat. We're going to take a quick little wellness break here on GDQ Hotfix. We like to take just little short breaks in the middle of these longer runs. So use this opportunity to get up, stretch, maybe get a snack, get a drink, use the bathroom, and we will be right back with more Pokemon. Hey, all you cool cats and gamers! Welcome back to No Category Left Behind, the GDQ Hotfix show that showcases category extension speedruns. I'm your host, Nuclear Reaction, and tonight, Corvame is showing us Alt Trade Main with Drift Blim on Pokemon Sapphire Alt Aqua. Oh my gosh, there's so many words here, and I definitely missed something. Aqua, it's Alpha Sapphire, you know?
Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Drift Blim Trade Alt Main. Yeah, no.
Mouthful.
We love a long category name in Pokemon.
You picked literally the longest name possible, May, for a category. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's a new reward right there for. Before we get started back into the run, though, I do have a few announcements. Games Done Quick Highlights is a channel that features highlights of our GDQ Hotfix shows. Use command Hotfix in the chat to learn more about our highlights. Also, if you have any ideas for your own show or one-off events, maybe you want to try to say a mouthful of words like I just did on here, you can go to gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to submit your ideas. All right, I'm really invested in this run, so let's get back to it. May, if you want to real quick maybe explain for those who have maybe just joined in what this category is before we get started again.
So this is a trade alt main. It means that we are using a different Pokemon as if it were our starter that I've traded in from Pokemon Bank. And so it starts at the level that it would be when we can first trade it in. So it was originally a level 7 Drift Balloon that I breeded with perfect stats and the nature and ability that I wanted. And we're going to use it to do every bit of damage this entire run.
Heck yeah. Yeehaw. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Also, May, reminder, do not forget the free heal.
Yes, I'm going to get that heal.
I was told to remind May during our break. But go ahead and count us down when you're ready to get going.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, so I have a quick question, and that is,
Remember the
are
free heal.
cool cats not gamers? I mean, we may never know.
I don't have the answer to that.
Yeah.
Totally cut out for me, not gonna lie.
Oh, I said, are cool cats not gamers?
Are cool, you know.
Because you say cool cats
all you
and
cool
gamers.
cats and gamers. I mean,
I don't think it's mutually exclusive, right?
I think most gamers are cool cats, but
Okay.
not always.
It's like a rectangle squares thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I just needed to know the lore. Flannery's Gym's easy. Yay.
Cool.
Finally,
I have a question.
fight that's not bad.
Is drift? What is the plural of Drifblim?
Driftblim. All Pokemon plurals are the same as their actual regular name.
Really? Like all of them?
Mm-hmm. All of them, according to Game Freak.
Oh, I don't
Whoa.
believe that. No.
My finger slipped. My finger
accept
slipped there.
that.
If you're, that's not how you're supposed to do that movement. That was bad.
A fun little adventure.
Yeah, that was
Moving in
honestly
this gym
terrifying.
is kind of funky, but you can dodge
not.
all the trainers except for one. And you also have to dodge a lot of spinners. It's really fun.
You do.
We didn't really talk too much about the spinner tech in this game. The spinner tech is you wait for them to spin away and then you run.
Yeah, there's a safe period. They can spin pretty quickly, but theoretically, if you have enough time, always.
Yeah, it's a good and a bad thing with this game.
Yeah.
It's bad because the mechanics are really funky, but good because it's really easy for even a beginner to just use spinner passes because you just wait and then you go. That's it. Unlike some other gens where it's really complicated to do it.
I forgot that Mudkip was in slot 1, but it's fine.
R.I.P. Mudkip.
Rip to a real one.
You must just hate Mudkip, huh? Just keep sacrificing it.
Right, it does die a lot in this. This wasn't the first time that Mudkip had died, nor would it be the last. In this, the trade alt main zone.
Okay, but if you get hit by a fire move, does that make you Dynamax Drifblim? Because it's like you're lighting up
it's like,
a hot air balloon, right?
Well, so
no.
Drifblim's hidden ability is Flare Boost.
Wait, actually?
Yeah. Drifblim's regular abilities are either Unburden or Aftermath, and its hidden ability is Flare Boost.
So we were talking at the start of the run about what Drifblim's evolution would be. I think Drifblim's Mega Evolution should be like a Fire Ghost or like a Fire Flying type, where it's just Drifblim on fire. It's just like
I really wanted them to do a Hisuian Drifblim.
oh, that would have been. I'm surprised they didn't. That would have
Like
been
a
so
patchwork
good.
blim?
They did
I
a lot of
know.
non-Gen 4 Hisuian Pokemon, which is I get
know.
it, but dang.
I really wanted that, and I also really wanted Grass type Clink, which they did do Grass type Voltorb, so I can't be that upset. But
It's just like a fuzzy clink, like
no, like a wooden gear.
oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
I was just envisioning Clink with grass growing on top of it, you know?
So Torkoal should Sunny Day. It used Overheat. That's fine. I think it's technically faster if it uses Overheat. Ideally, it misses. That's really fast. It doesn't mean I'll have to heal though, so it's actually slower. I lied.
No.
Yeah. Alright, that's Flannery. We hit the hex button. We're so good.
Now that we're Drifblim, this section should be pretty chill in general until things start catching up to us, but the boost from Drifblim, the Drifblim kind of alleviates a lot of short-term issues.
Yeah, thank God. So they changed potions, super potions and hyper potions from healing 50 and 200 to 60 and 120, respectively. And thankfully, this game does the 50 and 100 and 200 because boy howdy do we need that 200. Drifblim has so much HP.
Yeah, I think I saw it go up +5 on the level up. That is crazy.
You know,
Yeah.
we haven't talked about what Drifblim is. Let me pull up the stats so we can be accurate here. Hold on.
Drifblim is everything to me. I did not want to say no to Brendan, so I have to talk to him again.
So Drifblim's not like some crazy attacking Pokemon or anything. It's not like built for ult main stuff because it's actually more.
It is
like
an HP tank.
Yeah, it's a specifically HP tank, not like defensive tank. It is HP, which means it has really, really high HP, 150, but its actual defense and special defense are pretty low. Actually, really, really low.
Yep.
Its bulk is entirely in its HP.
So if you're an Alpha Sapphire or an runner, this is going to look weird because I'm going to take the left doors. I know.
I don't even know what this person is. I've never taken the left door in my life.
So this is the one fight where your Pokemon's gender does matter, and that you can use either, but it's way better if you just have a girl Drifloon because you don't get attracted nonstop by this stupid Delcatty. I want to use an X-Speed. So we take this room instead of the other one. The other ones, they use an X accuracy, which is really annoying. I don't know how to menu anymore. Use the Awakening. There we go. So there's actually a chance that it will miss the Sing here, which is good. It didn't, but there's a chance. And we use the X speed there because otherwise we just get caught in a sleep loop. Shout outs to Etchy for being like, why are you doing this? Just use an X speed. Not just letting me be stubborn, which was what I wanted to do.
I don't remember saying this, but
it was a long time ago. We're taking the left door again.
Yeah, the gimmick for this gym is that like each battle is basically a different gimmick, and you have some decision-making power on which gimmick you want to deal with. So it just makes sense for.
I honestly don't even remember what this gimmick is.
Take the left doors.
But we're gonna beat up this Linoon with Gust. I think that percent chance to 3 hit is. Oh, this is the guard spec room. I think that percent chance might be a lie. It's possible it does not include Metronome, but I'm not sure. Because I hit it last time, and I might have just gotten lucky. Yeah, I think that's a lie. I have like it written as like a 16% or 17% chance to 3 hit, and I think I forgot that I had Metronome equipped when I calculated that.
Yeah, Metronome's really good.
Really good item, yeah. So this gym's actually like really bad in any percent, but it's not too bad for Drifblim because we are a ghost.
It's pretty incredible because you're just using Gust, which is not a very good move, but it's getting the job done, I guess.
Well, I can't exactly use Hex, so I gotta use Gust.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, Gust is only 40 base power because Drifblim is flying type. That gets boosted up to 60, and that's still really bad. That
Zangoose fight's really funny because it can't do anything but sit there in Home Claws.
Aww, poor little Zangoose.
Yeah. Actually, I want to say none of those 3 Pokemon can actually hurt you. Like, the only thing that's annoying is that you just get left nonstop by the stupid Delcatty, but that's like regular any percent, so.
Yeah, with how many things have like Odor Sleuth and Force, I'm surprised none of them had that.
Yeah. Normal type status moves do affect ghosts.
It's pretty funny that some of the easiest parts of this run, Brawly's gym and Norman's gym, are some of the hardest parts of the normal any percent run. It really is like an inverted any percent run with a hot air balloon. It's fantastic.
The only reason I'm saving for that is because I can get slacking can actually hurt us because it has a dark. What move is it? It has something. I don't remember what it is. Feint attack. It has feint attack. And also it has Swagger, and we all know how Swagger's worked out for me. Super great. 1. So in any percent, when we do this fight, we set up like 90 million X items, and then it's like super scary because if you get crit once, you lose. But in Drifblim, we use 2x. We use 2 specs, and we go. We press the Gust button.
Yeah, slacking having Truant is very conductive for any kind of setup Pokemon or setup strat because it just takes half the turns off and does nothing. So it works out pretty nicely that even though Slacking is like a pretty scary Pokemon, the fact that it leads with it actually is very advantageous for us.
I think that range also is a lie in the notes.
Yeah, to the
That also
metronome.
doesn't include.
Boosting, boosting, boosting.
Real good. I think it actually is a bit of a problem in the Slacking. Oh no, yeah, it actually does not get into heal range, which is nice. I've hit myself in confusion.
Wow.
Shocker.
Jesus.
Who could have foreseen
I'll do it again.
this?
I think you are literally 1 for your last, like, 20.
Yeah, I think I'm like 2 for 15 or something. It's not ideal. I'm like 2 for
Just keep happening.
16.
This is insane.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to buy more
actually crazy.
hyper potions.
Just a reminder to you, chat. This is a coin flip to hit.
This is like my Latias, they also like doing this. Hey!
Hey, we did it.
Woo! Woo!
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
I'm just imagining a Drifblim hitting itself with its big floppy arms. Are those arms or legs or...
They're tendrils.
I feel like a Drifblim Hypers emote would be great.
I have a Drifblim, you know, like the, you know, Flooshed?
Yes.
Yes, I have Drifblim Flooshed.
That's
But I
fantastic.
do not believe, I think it's a follower emote, unfortunately.
So that's 5 gym badges down. Now we can actually explore a part of the map that we technically have been like we've had access to. We just can't actually get past the barrier, which is water. We just got the Surf HM, which means we can finally surf across it and access the whole other side of the Hoenn region.
There's water in Hoenn?
There's a lot of water in Hoenn. It's actually shocking how long it takes you to get to the water part, considering it's like 90% water.
It ends up being like, so like, it ends up being like half the game. Even though it's 5 badges. Like the first 5 badges are a lot quicker than the last 3. Time to teach some moves.
Yeah, that's pretty normal in Pokemon where the first 7 badges come by pretty fast, and then they're like, you're going too fast. You have to do plot stuff for the next 40 minutes. Now you can get the 8th badge.
Great thing about Mudkip is it learns like a gajillion HMs. In fact, it
Mudkip is,
learns
like,
4 of the
perfect
5
for
HMs we need for this run. And Drifblim will learn the other one. Or no, 4 of the 6. I need to heal. I don't need to heal. But I am going to put Drifblim back in slot 1, because I will forget otherwise.
Yeah,
Actually,
for any trade-all main,
there's
you don't
actually
have
a
to
good
pick
argument that I
Mudkip,
should-
It just makes more sense.
There's a good argument to be made that I shouldn't have done that, but it's fine. Alright, so now we're gonna get our second main. Wait. I'm gonna get trapped in that rock a bunch.
This is a remake exclusive section. This wasn't in the original Ruby Sapphire Emerald.
I really like this because they bait and switch it, because this is what Steven does in Emerald. Up until this point where Latias shows up. Like, he talks to you and then walks away. And then they like, oh, but wait. Time to get
Suddenly
your Eon
legendary.
Duo. People are like, oh, but this game's easy. It gives you Latias for free. Yeah, but Latias gets dunked on by everything, so. Would you like to read my
Latias is the
Latias
worst
notes?
Drifblim.
But hear me out. Later on in the game, there's a feature in this game where you can soar the sky just like we are right now, where you can fly on Latios/Latias. What if we could do that with Drifblim? I mean, how
That'd be
awesome would that be?
Ooh,
You're just
that'd be
hanging.
awesome. That'd be good.
You're hanging off of its limbs, like just. I think that would be awesome. That would be great.
Would you hang off its limbs, or would you add on like a basket beneath it and have
Have
like
you
a hot
seen-
air balloon?
That's too conventional.
Have you seen the picture on my About Me for Twitch? It'd be like that.
Yeah. Just hanging on to one of the limbs.
Would somebody like to read the notes
sat like
after
a
this fight?
swing. Oops.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, like you sat like a swing on it.
I like that.
That sounds terrifying, but
I'd rather that than like hanging from it, though. You know.
oh, for sure, yeah. Don't get me wrong.
So you might be wondering how Latias gets dunked on, and that is because Latias just dies to everything that Team Aqua has all the time, forever, because they're all dark or ice.
Yeah, and Latios also just has worse offensive stats than Latios. Latios is
It's
like
a real
the
bad
inverse
part of the run for any percent.
because like the attack and defensive stats are basically flipped. So Latios is more defensive, Latios is more offensive. And in speedruns, you always want to be more offensive because you're trying to win fast.
Yeah,
And
that's why I'm using
defense usually
Driftwood,
doesn't help.
a famously offensive Pokemon. All right, would somebody like to read my editorialization after this fight?
Do not nickname Latias. Do not acknowledge Latias. Oh.
Latias has done me dirty many times. I still like Latias. It's cute.
What would it take to get you to check this Latias just to see if it's a good
I will
nature?
do it. I always do it.
Okay. I'm ready.
I'll name it even.
Ooh.
Just as a
That's
testament to how bad Latias is compared to Latios, the worst Latios is about on par with the best Latias in terms of offensive posture. It's very drastic.
Yeah, at any percent we would switch to Latias here, but we cannot do that for Tam.
Adamant.
Oh boy.
I thought it was just gonna be named Adam.
I thought we were going
Adam.
Adam like Pokemon Legends Arceus out here. Really unfortunate. Not only is Latias considerably worse offensively, but it also faces more threats with Team Aqua. Just not a good match.
Yeah, it's well. So the main thing is like, we use Surf, right? But then Surf is real good against Magma and real bad against Aqua. So it sucks because like Latios would do a lot better getting past Team Aqua than Latias would, but instead Latios just gets to like double wreck the floor with everything. All right, let's see what this Latias is. I know to say to not do this, so
We are going against the route, technically speaking.
yeah, the route says don't acknowledge Latias and not to nickname it, and I'm gonna do both of these.
All right, I'm gifting a sub. If it's minus special attack, let's go. Whoa!
It is
it's
plus.
good.
Whoa, this one. Okay, that Latias is really good.
Wow.
That's impressive.
It's not a 31 special attack, but still it's a 31 speed, so and that's not minus special attack, so it's officially good.
And yeah, it's still worse than Latios. So.
Yep. You just wanted to gift a sub anyways.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Latias is worth a gift sub.
This is
Always the
one of
ones
the
that
first
doesn't
parts
matter.
where we get to experience one-tile biking, which is bad.
Great when you get it. It's the most satisfying thing. You know.
I hit
when
that
you get
optional right there the other in my last D-Rest because I just forgot that he was there. It was really cool. So coming up in this short segment of us helping out the Weather Institute, we are going to get to one of the first Sharpedos. And the cool thing about Sharpedos is that they all know Ice Fang. And the cool thing about Ice Fang is that it does a bajillion damage to flying types. It it can flinch, and it can freeze, and all of those are bad. Oh, and that is a 27 to 29. I knew it wasn't a 31. I didn't realize it was that good, though. Dude, this Latias is like the best Latias I've ever gotten.
Always when you don't need it.
Yeah, main switch real quick.
For real. It will come into play in one fight. That's cool.
Ooh.
I think I know the fight.
Yeah, for record, I've lost so many any percent runs just getting an unrunnable Latias. Or like an unrunnable Latias if I wanted to PB. So that's what all my community and my category or my commentators are memeing about.
I do have an interesting question in chat. Why run Alpha Sapphire instead of Omega Ruby? What's the differences between the games?
The games are have some major differences in that you fight Team Aqua versus Team Magma, and then in terms of the speed, the any percent run, we'd be using different. Hold on, I have to menu. We'd be using different legendaries. The reason why I rooted this in RS is because I own it.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, or I own it and my cart for it still works versus Omega Ruby where I own it and my cart for it does not work.
Yeah, that checks out.
You launch it up and it hard crashes. It's very cool. All right, so this fight, if ideally what will happen is it will try to swagger us, and then our person berry will prevent the swagger, and we will outspeed. Perfect.
Heyo.
Thus perfect.
Oh.
So we do outspeed now. Because we outspeed, it will often scary face us, which means we still have another chance. And I did hit 3 swagger, so that was good. I don't have to heal because I didn't take any damage.
There's so much swagger in these games.
Let's go.
This game, yeah, there's a ton of swagger. It's the worst part about running Latias, honestly. It's why I think Latias is like the main reason why Latias is a lot worse, because for all of Mount Pyre, everything can swagger you essentially, and you can't one-shot anything, so you're just constantly getting swagger. You just have to hit through confusion. It's terrible, and everything's super effective to you because they're all dark types. I will not be nicknaming cast form because I don't care about it.
Yeah, I always forget the free cast form here.
Yeah, the free cast form is actually like really, really useful at 90% because it has a Mystic Water on it, which we use a ton. It is absolutely useless for this run because we get access to all of Driftblim's many water type moves, which I believe is Rain Dance. Find out it can every 3 out of 4 days it is raining on this route, but I actually remember to set my clock so that it wasn't raining, which saves 2 seconds because we don't see the text "it's raining."
Another rival fight. This one's always like the easiest rival fight, pretty much, because you're still rocking a Slugma and like Whalmer. And this is before you basically fully evolve the team. This is much less scary than the next rival fight.
Live Slugma reaction.
Yeah. Also, fun fact, the Latios/Latias and Castform can be shiny in this game.
Also, cool thing about the fact that Gust is our best special flag move, I cannot one-shot a Grovile.
That's disgusting.
So tragic.
That's not even fully evolved.
No.
Oh dear.
All right. I'm glad that it used Mist, because if it had used Water Pulse and then gotten the 10% confused, I don't know how much time I would have lost to that. So a little bit of like plot stuff we got to do before we're able to fight Winona. Winona's another fight where we once again hope that we do not miss our charge beams. Before that, we have to learn how to use Sia Kekleon.
Man,
anybody like the 4 Tree song? Because you're not going to be hearing it very much.
This is yeah. When did they stop making the bike theme override the route music? That was like Gen 8, I guess, right?
I think so. Yeah.
That's so tragic.
Or 7, maybe.
I was gonna say, it's a really good thing that surely you'll replace Charge Beam with a more accurate electric move later.
Yeah.
I do believe we get a really good move coming up soon, I hope, right?
Do you expect it to be Grass Knot?
No. Shadow Ball? Do you get Shadow Ball?
Yeah, Shadow Ball's soonish, I think. I think there's a little bit of time before we get Shadow Ball, I want to say. I think it's level 40 that we get it. So
40.
Not that much longer, but a little bit.
It's a TM at the top of Vampire.
But we're almost level 40 anyways, so we don't need it.
Right.
We might as well just get it from level up.
Yeah, it's not going to help you.
Because it's like out of the way from Outpire.
At least.
You have to go up. Don't you have to go to the top floor of the end door?
Yeah, it's like one extra set of stairs, and then it's like no optionals.
Yeah, it's not worth it when at that point we're like level 37.
Yeah, it looks like it would not.
And we can't use it against any of the like.
It's
also, well, we could use it, but it's not gonna do a lot. So, all right, now we're gonna fight Winona. My Winona. And any percent we would grab the Grass Knot TM behind there.
For Alpha Sapphire.
Which is a sad thing that we have to do.
Poor Alpha Sapphire.
But we're not going to do that. Because we don't need it. And now I have to not get hit by a spinner.
This could be a good time to talk about how mashing works in this game, which we have not talked about yet.
Well, I haven't really done that much of it, so.
Yeah. Mashing in this game is kind of a nightmare, and how clean it is for you, or how like painful it is for you, kind of depends on if your hands are like up for it. Because it's kind of weird. But basically, this game involves you can advance text with A, B, and the touchscreen. And you can also substitute A with the L button, and text also doubles in speed if you hold down any of those buttons. So generally what happens is you're like holding down L and then mashing B and smashing your thumb into the touchscreen over and over again during all these cutscenes, and it's so annoying. And just
I made it a lot better by getting a 3DS that touchscreen isn't dying, so that helped. I don't have to like press the screen as hard, which is nice, because that was rough.
Yeah, I do. It's called the thumping method. I literally use like 3 fingers on the touchscreen at once, just alternating, almost like I'm playing the piano. It's pretty wild.
How do you hold down L and do that?
I put the DS like down on the desk. While
you do
Polka
guy mashing.
Yeah. It's fun though. Like a musical instrument, you know?
So Swallow likes to use double team sometimes too, which given that we're going to try to kill it with a 90% move, means, oh, good. There is a risk that I would have run out of charge beams on this fight, which stinks.
Yes, we love the thumping method.
I also have not re-equipped the metronome yet, and that's because we don't need it at the moment.
Nice. Yeah, you actually swap around item quite a bit on Drifloom this run.
Yeah, because you need to unburden a lot.
Yeah, it makes sense. So a lot of vault mains, typically they'll get their one big juicy hell item and just hold it the whole time, or if they have nothing, they just throw on a berry here and there. But having an ability that influences or messes with your held item can impact that quite a bit.
I see a proposal for Combi trade alt main in chat.
Oh dear God.
I don't know how you get past Roxanne. Like, it's already bad enough with a 2 times
fight
weakness.
all the trainers, and you just get lucky with obedience.
You can't. You'll get it.
That's
okay. Yes.
That's probably your only option, honestly, because you will just die to Roxanne otherwise.
But the problem with that is that would be absolutely miserable.
It'll work eventually. You just keep saving and resetting.
But if you get it to work, free world record.
Yeah.
That's true, because
There
nobody
you go,
else
chat,
would...
if anyone wants a project.
It's like there's Cosmog trade alt main in Sword and
Yeah,
Shield.
I was just gonna say I'm actually doing Cosmog later this week.
Yeah.
In Pokemon Moon, which is even worse for some reason. You only
let
get
Nevi out of the
Splash.
bag.
You literally just use like struggle for like 45 levels.
Oh, gosh.
You catch Pokemon to get pickup so you could pick up rare candies. So then you move from struggle strats to disobedience strats until you get a Lunala. It's just, I'm not looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great April Fool's activity,
awesome, yeah.
home project.
Yeah.
Cosmog. That's probably one of the worst.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Not great.
That hasn't happened to me in forever.
Is this the one with the... okay, I thought this was the one with the Manectric, and I was really worried. Nuzlocke is fine. Oh, one other thing to add, because kind of like clear up notation. So there's a couple different ways you can further it, but...
Hi, Manectric.
Oh, it does have the Manectric.
How do I beat Manectric? Does Hex work? Is it normal?
What? Hex. You just spam Hex.
Okay. I didn't know if it was normal electric.
Okay. Oh, Odor Sleuth. What a bozo. I don't know if it's in this game or the original games, but there's like a Manectric on the rain route that has thunder. It's really brutal.
I have not hit a trainer on this route in a year.
Free XP though.
True.
Notation. May is doing a Drifblim alt main run. This is distinct from a Drifloon alt main run, which would be using Drifloon and not evolving it the entire time.
That's not
The
a thing.
Doof alt main run is different from a B-Barrel alt main run.
Is that actually true? I don't think that's true.
No,
I don't think anyone's ever done.
I don't think anyone's
not
ever done
fully
like
evolved.
you're not allowed to evolve it.
No, that's a thing in like people have done that in Platinum, like Bidoof
Really?
alt main. That's
Oh.
different from B-Barrel alt main, yeah. Because
Oh,
you
for
either do
trade
like
alt main,
B-Barrel
never mind.
alt main or you do Bidoof plus. Those mean the same thing. Just kind of like reverse ways of saying it.
Bidoof Plus? Like premium Bidoof?
Yeah.
I got the Skitty Hill, right?
It's the Bidoof streaming service.
I'm sure I got the Skitty Hill. I wouldn't forget to do that.
For this game, Zigzagoon alt main has been done. Mind you, chat, not trade alt main, so you do not have the guaranteed stats. That's a Cruel. Cruel did Zigzagoon % of this game in, I think, almost 9 hours.
Yeah, Cruel's
yeah.
done a lot of stuff like that. Like, I think Cruel also did Bellsprout and Let's Go. So just literally using only Bellsprout the entire way. It was a good time.
And by that, you mean not evolving Bellsprout.
Not evolving it, nope.
Yikes. Wow.
Those tend to take a little bit longer. Yeah.
Slightly unoptimal.
I think the
Oh, yeah, this
Bidoof
grammar
alt
knows
main run in
Fling,
Platinum like 9
but-
hours.
This Grammar knows Fling, but doesn't have a held item, which is very funny.
Does it try to fling at all?
Yes, it just did.
Oh, it just says nothing.
Yeah, it reminds me of
good.
how Marnie's Leopard knows Nasty Plot, but doesn't know any special moves.
Yeah.
That
My
happens
favorite
very
thing with
often.
some of those really long like alt main non-evolved runs are a lot of them it's not even like worth it to get the Everstone, or you just can't get the Everstone. So like the Bidoof Platinum run, you just have to cancel the evolution like 40
No.
times.
That's so cursed.
It's so funny.
Okay, Embargo here is actually good. It won't be later. Alright, I'm gonna save it for this next grunt, because this next grunt could be a real jerk. Apparently I'm gonna go behind him? Okay.
I thought you were like trying to manipulate something.
No!
there.
I just slipped behind it there. It happens.
I'm trying to think. There's not really any like crazy trainer skipping type stuff you see in this run. The main thing that we didn't address yet, but has happened already in this run.
Okay.
Don't die. Okay. Wait. Okay. Is that you can dodge double battles by just only having one Pokemon in your party or one Pokemon alive, and you'll see that later too.
For what it's worth, I could have gotten Hyrule killed there. That would have been fun. All right, this next fight. Extremely bad.
Okay, I'm ready.
Another one where you may read my my editorialization.
I was just going to tell you to not miss. Don't get flinched, please. Don't get frozen. Godspeed, friends. 07.
07. Yeah, that's also part of it. Very important.
Actually, ideally, what would happen is that we would have gotten poisoned earlier by the muck instead of, or the Golbat. I think the Golbat poisoned too. Because if you have a non-volatile status condition, then you can't be given another non-volatile status condition in anything but PLA. So if we're poisoned, we can't get frozen, essentially, which is ideal. But I was not poisoned, so I can't get frozen. Unlucky. We do get outsped until Unburden activates, unless we get Scary Faced, in which case we will not outspeed anymore.
This fight's very scary, even in the normal run.
It's bad. I've been flinched.
That is.
Yeah, not ideal.
Your note said not to do that.
I know. So I do outspeed now. So I just need to not miss.
Nice.
Yay.
This is not the bad one compared to the other one, which is very bad. I think also it's possible that the fact that I had got the extra experience might have saved me there from the optional.
Nice.
Down to that 179 HP. Jesus. That thing is
That's what I'm saying. I need
massive.
I need hyper potions to heal 200, or else I just don't have money. I have to buy so many. If there were 120s, I have to buy so many more. I already need a gajillion because, again, like the problem with being a high HP, low defense Pokemon is that like you can tank hits, but you have to heal after every fight.
Yeah, can you imagine this in like doing this in like Pokemon Diamond where healing is so slow and it's like 1 HP per frame, and you have to do it every time?
Mantine and Sword and Shield, which I've also done, has the same problem.
I guess it's not that different from
like to teach
my
fly. I would like to
Snorlax
teach
run
fly.
I've done.
All right, goodbye, Minimize. Now we're gonna go fight some more grunts. So I hope you liked fighting grunts because we're gonna do more of that. And then after we fight Brendan, you know what we're gonna do?
Cry?
What are you gonna do?
We're gonna go fight more grunts. Woo!
I want to say that looked nothing like Driftblim.
Yeah,
It's just a
that's
bird.
that is the low poly crow. I do love the low poly crow.
Very good. It's very ambiguous Pokemon.
Yes. I want the low poly crow as my team. I should do a Murkrow alt main. Then I could have... Actually, Murkrow alt main might be okay. It depends when it learns a dark move. Because that can actually beat Roxanne in not 9,000 hits. In theory. Although, I don't know, if you don't minimize, you might just get demolished.
Yeah.
This part's bad. I know I've said that other parts were bad, but this part's also bad.
Hey, man, is this part bad?
This part's bad.
What percentage of this run is bad?
100?
Oh, like all of
No,
it.
99.
Okay.
Hideki's easy.
Yeah, no, yeah, there's Brawly and Norman. It's fine.
Yeah.
Literally almost the two hardest fights in the normal run.
Yeah, I know. It's really funny that like the two run killers, like the two major run killers in Any percent for both games are like not an issue with Drift Balloon, which is very satisfying, I will say. And then the game slaps you right back. All right, Scary Face is good. Taunt is also good. Assurance is ungood, but we're fine. The reason why I saved before this is because, A, that my Diana can just crit you with Assurance turn 2 after hitting you once, which stinks. My cat is needy. Hi, Boxy. And then 2, we have to hit 3 charge beams to defeat the second set, so. That's 1 charge beams.
Okay.
Oh, we're gonna get a Shadow Ball early, actually. 2 charge beams.
Ooh.
Actually, I can probably just I can just kill it with Gust.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's the power of the extra level. I think we're level 39 here, anyways.
Yeah. That you were like at the max HP, and we have Shadow Ball now. Yay!
So Shadow Ball is 80 base power, which is more than 65. Earlier I lied. I said that Hex is the same power as Ominous Wind. It's actually 5 higher. But yeah, so now we have an 80 base powered Ghost move. It's a stat that is essentially 120, and it has 5 more PP. So it's just a big win for us.
Thank God. That is fantastic. And a lot better than Gust.
Yeah. We now have a reasonable attacking move.
Because Gust is our tried and true classic that's gotten us so far through the game. How dare you?
Now we're coming up on one of the worst rival fights in the game.
It's real bad.
Yeah.
It, in fact, is the worst rival fight in the game. It's also the last rival fight.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it briefly earlier too, but like for a trade on your own, you could technically pick any of the starters as your starter, and that obviously influences your rival's main Pokemon. Mudkip works out because 1, HMs, it just learns all the water moves, so it covers that, and then 2, it gives you Sceptile, which is one of the 2 Pokemon that you can just kind of like naturally be super effective against as Drifblim. So it works out
okay,
to just
though.
pick up Mudkip.
I'm not worried about this fight because I have a secret weapon.
What is your secret weapon?
Mudkip.
I don't think that's a secret.
Mudkip is the trick to making this fight work.
I'm ready.
Which is why I put it in slot 1.
It leads with a... Yeah, he leads with a Swallow.
Swallow.
I'm very curious about this. I'd be worried about double
I don't know where this is going. I didn't look at the notes because I want to be surprised.
Okay, I peeked and I'm still confused.
All I know is Mudkip's gonna die again.
We're gonna get this strength off, and it's gonna. Oh darn it!
Reset.
So we want Mudkip dead, because we could still use HMs from it when it's dead. But if you only have 1 Pokemon in your party, you won't trigger double battles. So we're pretty much gonna keep Mudkip dead for the rest of the game.
Aww.
In fact, we are going to keep Mudkip dead for the rest of the game. Did it never... It's actually very nice that it decided to never double team there. It doesn't even have to heal, though. So it's technically not optimal, but it's nice for the marathon. I'm surprised I still have, like, any Hyper Potions left. Ow.
Man, we're really going to be in the mid-200s.
All of his Pokemon.
What'd you say, Josh?
We're really going to be in the mid-200s for HP by the end of this.
No, yeah. Drift, again, 150 base HP stat with a 31 HP IV.
No joke.
Mudkip also just gets murdered, and we surf on its dead body in any percent too. Is not treated well.
Can we get 07s in chat for Mudkip? Please.
But honestly, 58% of Mudkips we just reset on, so could be worse for the Mudkip is all I'm saying.
I've just never thought about how, yeah, you use HM moves when the Pokemon are fainted and swimming on them, flying with them. That's
Just
very
smush the
disturbing,
Pokemon
yeah.
into the rock. I don't know.
All right, we're gonna get rid of some of our friends here.
Aw.
Again, tons of box operations in this game. Boop, boop. It's very important that I do not heal Mudkip on accident because that defeats the purpose of me sacrificing Mudkip. And now we're gonna go shopping. Yay!
Ooh, the
we're gonna get
store shopping.
one final. We're gonna buy another HM. I know because we have it's Department 4 shopping because I need this HM. Or this
Yeah, we
TM.
never go here normally in the any percent speedrun, so this is all new to me.
And the TM that I need is here, and it's a really good one. How do you guys feel about Pokemon Stadium?
Oh,
Ooh.
oh boy.
Yay!
I've been doing
It's your
some
more accurate move.
rental rando recently.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And what you get Pokemon Stadium 2 rental rando, which is a lot more vicious. And yeah, I have words, but also not.
I'm gonna buy some more hypers for safety. I like almost never have enough, to be honest, without buying more. So. I should have just done max. Yeah, Thunder, 70% accurate move, 110 base power in this game. That's why I have those X accuracies. With an X accuracy, it is still only 93% accurate. But as we've seen from earlier, honestly, RNG is easy. It never backfires on me.
Never. Especially for
I did
Drifloon.
this-
Never Drifloon.
I also bought 3 guard specs. More on that later. It's what we call foreshadowing. But yeah, this part, there's a couple grunts we have to fight. We are going to get a pretty useful item here, if I don't say so myself. Ideally, you don't get this item and you simply get lucky, but we're going to get the item. It's also, honestly, one of the worst fights in the game. At the end of this, there's one fight that is like extremely like mentally painful, like it deals me psychic damage to do it, and there's one fight that is just bad.
Dude, that fight is my favorite fight in the run.
It's
very
so
excited for people to get
stupid.
exposed to it. It's so good.
It's so bad. We do a short detour here.
We get to talk
We've
to the
got
tree. Sorry. Didn't mean to spoil major plot.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I know it's a major plot point. Didn't mean to steal your thunder.
Did you explain why you're grabbing this? I don't remember.
We're grabbing the Master Ball because we gotta catch a funny whale later. The one advantage you get for running Alpha Sapphire is it's easier to grab the Master Ball here than it is in Omega Ruby. That's your reward for dealing with the pain of Alpha Sapphire.
Why is that? That seems like a weird difference.
Would a Omega Ruby runner like to explain? No, okay, I'll do it. So, things are in slightly different positions.
Oh, the plant
and
thing, right? I have to think about it. I was like, what is it? I don't remember the difference. Yeah, so in Omega Ruby, you have to pick up a nugget first. So basically the difference is like the angle which you can approach the quadrant of items. Because you saw there was like 4 items all in a square next to each other, and one of them was Master Ball. In Alpha Sapphire, you can go like behind it and talk to the plant, and then the game just knows you're trying to get the Master Ball, and it just picks up the Master Ball for you. In Omega Ruby, you have to pick up the nugget because you approach it from the bottom right corner instead. The nugget's in the bottom right, and then the Master Ball's in the top left. And you have to diagonally talk to the Master Ball, and if you screw up, you accidentally fight an Electrode, and you lose a lot of time.
That's really interesting, actually.
Yeah. It's the one thing that this game gives you. All right, so this is the fight that we were foreshadowing before. Woo! It's really stupid.
My favorite.
This fight is normally a cakewalk. This is the game kind of demoing horde battles to you. So we're going to be fighting these 5 grunts at the same time, and they're each going to use a level 18 Poochyena. And you might be thinking, but we're level 40 or 41, whatever we are. How is this an issue? I want you all to guess how many AoE moves Driftblim can learn. I'll wait. Did you guess 0? You're right. It's also we're gonna use a guard spec here because they all know Sand Attack, which lowers our accuracy. They also all know Roar, and they love to use it. So if you have any other alive Pokemon, you will just get stuck in a Roar loop as you just constantly get swapped out, and it's terrible.
Also,
they all know Bite.
A lot of damage with
No,
Bite.
they all know Bite, and it really hurts. It's bad.
Like what?
So
Twice there? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible I die here.
Oh, wow.
We'll see.
That's so good.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Is this not
Ow.
random AI? I swear this is random AI, this fight.
I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that they just hate me. Also, it takes a while for them to make their decisions. Ow! Hey, I got Odor Sleuthed. They also have that.
And again, in any percent, you just press the surf button and the fight's over.
And they all die.
Yeah. The first time I loaded up this fight in my Alpha Sapphire cartridge, my game just crashed. And that cartridge, it turns out, every time it loads up this specific fight, it just crashes. So it's really awesome.
Also, I should preface, Driftblim does learn AoE moves because I think it knows it could learn like Heat Wave and Self-Destruct. We cannot get them at this point. I'm not gonna use another guard spec because ideally the last one just bites me. Yeah, cool. Oh, is Ominous Wind AoE? Well, that wouldn't work because they're all freaking dogs,
Yeah, they're all dog
right?
type.
But no, that wouldn't work.
Like,
They're not
boost your
normal. They're just
attack
dark
a bit,
type.
and then
Yeah.
it would probably kill.
Yeah, it's bad. Okay, there are no AoE. Yeah, what I said, it's true in some way. I didn't fully make it up.
It'd be a good shout to the Shadow Ball TM.
All right,
Postponed.
so our reward for that is another terrible fight. The trick to this fight is simply do not get frozen, and then do not get crit on the second turn. And if both of those things happen, then we should be fine. I'm not going to be using the X speed that I actually have rooted in here because it's bad, and I don't know why I did it in the past. Because he just scary faces you. I believe my thought was I don't want to get flinched, but it doesn't matter because he just scary faces you, and then you get flinched. You can't win. Okay, Ominous Wind isn't AoE. Yeah, we don't have, so I think Driftblim learned Self-Destruct at 55 or something, so he cannot, Self-Destruct is not an option, unfortunately.
Oh, that would have been so funny, though.
I've missed.
Oh, boy. That's unfortunate.
Ow.
See, if he taught Thunder, you wouldn't have missed.
I do not think that is true. All right, you know what? He also missed an
he
Ice
missed.
Fang, so
Let's go.
yeah.
That was significantly less likely to miss, too. This is a
Alright,
terrible
that
fight
could've been
number
worse.
20. Or like 30 by now, probably.
I feel like we've only had one not terrible fight.
Yeah, there's like one or two. And I keep in mind that this is like my more optimized version of this too. Like this is the best that I could come up with after dozens of hours. Mankind was never meant to drift blim. And yet, we persevere.
And yet.
So we're gonna get our good old friend Latias back. Because we need it for this next fight coming up, which is a double battle. But May, you said we want to skip all the double battles. And I would love to skip this fight because it would save time if we didn't have to do it. But we do have to do it, so. I'm not going to beach myself twice this time like I did in my last E-Rest.
Oh, we're finally at a gym leader where you have an advantage.
I know.
Wow.
Wow.
It's been so long. It's been since the second gym leader.
Oh dear.
Norman.
You didn't have a type advantage, I mean.
True.
You didn't have like a fighting move there.
Hi, Latias.
Hi,
We
Latias.
missed you.
Or hi, Latias.
I would be careful, May. Your notes say to not acknowledge Latias.
Yeah, well, we do need to
would be
acknowledge
careful.
Latias now.
This Latias is good. You can acknowledge it.
A little fun thing
This
about
is pretty much a Latios.
about this gym is that if you stand right here and if you stand right here and try to talk, you can talk diagonal to trainers and interactables in this game. If you stand in that spot and talk, rather than prioritizing the button, it prioritizes the trainer and you fight the trainer. I learned that the hard way in a pretty good run.
And these optionals are rough. They're pretty high leveled.
Yeah, they're pretty easy on Drift Blim, but they're real bad on Latias. Because like that Kadabra one just recovers. It's really annoying.
Yeah, in the original games, Tate and Liza is actually a pretty scary and dangerous fight. One of the reasons it's a lot more relaxed in this game is because of a mechanics change. Because in this game, you can actually buff one of your Pokemon with the other Pokemon using X items. So like you can have Cast Form or something, use an X special attack on your Latias or something.
Tate and Liza is like arguably like one of, if not like the worst fights in PSR. It's terrible. I don't need to say it for this fight. I don't know why I wanted to. Please just talk to them. Like, how long are the notes for Tate and Liza and Emerald?
There's like, I know there's like 8 different strats, 7 different strats,
yeah,
something like that.
It's crazy. It's some real Kahlo nonsense.
Kahlo? Kahlo? I heard Kahlo.
This is how I like snap Josh back to attention.
Tulsa? I heard Kahlo.
Tulsa.
You guys have not seen Pokemon Coliseum. Every battle is a double battle.
True.
Pretty crazy.
And you can do the thing that we do in this fight because of a glitch.
Yes, not in its spiritual successor, Pokemon XD.
No.
Because they patched the glitch out.
That is not the right Pokemon. I would like to Shadow Ball the Lunatone because it knows, what's it called? Light Screen. I see that saying Kahlo also summons Amber. This all checks out.
You know, people that have played Kahlo, it's like a cult following for the game. Once you Kahlo, you can't go back. You know.
Once
We've defeated Tate and Liza.
You have to follow.
Oh dear.
Who are we following? Is it
Kahlo?
Twitch.tv/Etchy and Twitch.tv/the4thGenGamer? Perhaps?
No, it's Twitch.tv/CorvaMay.
What if we split the
You're
difference?
both
What if we split the
wrong.
difference and followed all 3 of us?
What if we
No.
split the difference and follow Nuclear Reaction?
Whoa, let's follow 4 of
That's
us.
a plot twist.
Whoa.
I have been posting Corva May's Twitch link in chat throughout the night, but definitely
Thank
give
you. I
all
appreciate
these
it.
gamers follows. They all do a lot of great Pokemon content. I also wanted to say we're at a good point to take our last wellness break whenever you're ready.
Yeah, after
would
this
be good
cutscene, we
after
can
this
do it.
cutscene? Okay.
Yeah.
If you could go ahead
This
and
is a
count
good
us
plot
down
transition
again.
time.
Yeah.
And if you hate Pokemon, then I also I don't know why you're still here at this point, but also I do sometimes run stuff that isn't Pokemon. I haven't in a while, but I do sometimes do it. I've been known to hat in time in my day.
I was going to say to follow Mirror B, by the way. The person in my salsa emote. Great character in Pokemon Coliseum. That's all I have to say. Very important.
I like that Mirror B's hair looks like a Pokeball. I think that's very good.
It does. True.
Yeah, I think it's really good. Salsa.
Salsa.
Who did that?
That was not me.
That could have been anyone. We're all trying to find the guy who did this. It was Josh.
Yeah, I'll own that.
So now we have dive. We're gonna dive on Mudkip's dead body, unfortunately, for Mudkip.
Oh gosh.
It's actually easier because it's fainted. It just faints to it just like drops to the bottom. So.
True.
A Mudkip boogie board.
3, 2, 1, pause.
Awesome. All right. Well, on that note, chat, we're going to take a quick little wellness break here at GDQ Hotfix. We like to take breaks on longer runs, so we're just going to take a quick break. Maybe you can ponder that diving on Mudkip's painted body while we're gone, and we'll be right back with more Pokemon. Hey, all you cool cats and gamers! Welcome back to No Category Left Behind, the GDQ Hotfix show that showcases category extension speedruns. I'm your host, Nuclear Reaction, and tonight we've got Corvame on showcasing Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Alt Trade Main Drifblim. It's been super awesome so far. We've also have had some discussions about what happened to Pokemon after they faint, and I've had a lot of thoughts about that, and
They go to a special farm upstate. It's fine.
Before we get back into the run, though, which I'm excited to do, just a couple announcements here for y'all. Summer Games Done Quick 2022 game submissions are open now until March 30th. You can find more information at gamesdonequick.com. Also, make sure to stay tuned after this for the Community Spotlight, which will be featuring Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer. Tomorrow, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, Game Masters will be having a Pokemon Unite Hotfix Showrunner Showdown, followed by Time Capsule at 10 p.m. Eastern with a Nier Automata and Breath of the Wild. All right, again, May, if you could just explain to us again, what is this run, what's going on, and then we can dive back into it.
This is Drifblim, Trade Alt Main. Pretend that instead of starting with a Mudkip, I started with a Drifloon. That's what this run is. I've traded a Drifloon from Pokemon Bank that has all of the experience that I could get up to the point where I traded it in, which is Petalburg Town. So it started at level 7. It has only the moves that it would learn up to that point. And but I could give whatever stats, or whatever IVs, nature and ability that I wanted. I forgot the word for nature. And so it is a very good Drifloon. You can't normally get Drifloon at this point in the game, but you can trade, which is what Pokemon's all about. So really, if you think about it, this is the most canonical run.
Yeah, and it's been super interesting, especially, Chad, if you have missed it, this will be posted on YouTube tomorrow, and it's been really interesting watching how May deals with some of these fights, having to only use a Drifloon. But we'll get back into it if you want to count us down here.
Interesting is a good choice of word. Okay.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go. All right. So now we're going to teach our very good best move, and it's called Thunder. It never misses.
Yeah,
Goodbye, Charge Beam. You've served us well.
One side interesting thing to note is that normally you never have to catch any extra Pokemon to teach HMs to, because Mudkip gets everything you need, and then you teach Fly to your Latios/Latios. And it's basically the same thing here, except you can teach Fly to our Drifloon.
Yes. Also, a fun little thing I'm going to do here. That's not what I wanted to do. This. When I first read this, Etchy walked into my stream and was like, I see that you have 16 PP on Thunder, and I feel like that tells me everything I need to know.
I'm dying to know. Do you ever use Thunder without the X accuracy, which doesn't make it 100% accurate? Oh, no.
Yes, we sure do. We need to do it once, and when we get there, it's bad. It's also probably, I don't want you to spoil anything, but I want you to take a guess of what fight would be truly the most tragic for Alpha Sapphire to have to hit a full range Thunder on, and you are probably right.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yep, I have a guess in my head. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So we gotta go fight. Yeah, it's Hideki. We gotta go fight Archie. Coming up is my least favorite spinner pass in the game. Shout outs to my PB, which is a really good run, except for I hit that the worst spinner in the game and lose like a minute. So that was cool.
Also, shout out to the beautiful dive music that we only get to hear for 5 seconds, if that, in the speed run.
I love the soundtrack in this game. It's really good.
Unless you're doing the all trainers speed run, which I have done. It's like 10 hours, and you do get to hear a lot of diving. It's actually probably my favorite part of the run.
Do you also dive on a dead Mudkip in that run?
No, actually, you use Mudkip the whole time, so you have a big, strong Swampert. It's awesome.
That's fun, yeah.
That's less fun.
Pokemon Link in this game is actually my...
Hey!
Pokemon Link in this game is unironically my favorite Pokemon song ever.
Really? I'm going to have to write that down.
I don't know if anybody would possibly like it as much as I do, because it has very big elevator music vibes, but I like it a lot. It's very calming. Please let me through.
Two quick notes on Thunder, really quickly, now that we have it. One is that, I don't know if it was this gen or the previous gen, but it did get nerfed from 120 power to 110 power. So it's not as insanely powerful. It's not much better than Thunderbolt. We just can't get Thunderbolt.
Yeah, Thunderbolt's like really annoying to get in this game, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would definitely just use that instead.
That's the case with a lot of the games. Or like the really like Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Ice Beam are always like really annoying to get.
Well, you can only get it in post game in this.
Yeah.
Game. It's not even that it's out of the way. It's only in New Mallville.
Brutal. And then it's also 70% accuracy with 1x accuracy. And again, X items are only one stage in this gen. 1x accuracy brings it up to 93 some. Is it just 93 flat or 93 point something %? You would need 2x accuracies to guarantee Thunder hitting.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind. And we'll see that be an issue later.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
I actually don't remember why PP Max a Thunder. I think that I actually don't think it's necessary anymore. Now that I think about it, there's a point where it definitely was, and I think I'm still kind of. I don't think I ever rerouted it. Because again, that's one of the things with trade alt mains is they tend to not be as optimized, just because like fewer people run them and people just want to run other stuff. The only exception I would say for a trade alt main that's really optimized is Sylveon in. Can I please get? Oh my goodness, in Sword and Shield, and that's because like 3 different people have like spent a bunch of time optimizing that route. Myself, Green, and Aspect. Largely Aspect. Aspect put a ton of work into that route, which I have run on this channel before, which you could check out on the YouTube. That run's really fun. We unfortunately don't do, for that run, we unfortunately don't do the cool strat that we used to do, which is use Pokemon Camp and pet, or play with Sylveon for like 20 minutes. Instead we do a thing that's actually fast, but it is better for your hands. So it's impossible to say if it's good or not. All right, so we're gonna use Thunder a lot in this fight. In fact, we're gonna use Thunder only in this fight because we would like the metronome boost. Before I had this actually only used with 1x accuracy, before I remembered that, or was abruptly reminded.
Crudely would work too, yeah.
That if you miss, it resets your metronome boost, and then I lost. So we're just gonna not risk missing.
Also, this is the best battle background in the game. Check that out.
It's so good. But the fun thing about this fight is that this Mightyena knows a move called X-Accuracy. Knows a move called Embargo, which means you can't use items. And if an embargo's up, then we are simply sad. That's just kind of it. It means a dead run if it embargoes you too early in any percent. I'm actually going to use the other guard spec. Wait. Oh, I'm dumb. Okay. Well, that's bad.
What happened?
This might be... I do this all the time. So what I did there is the taunt ran out. And my brain saw the words ran out and thought that my guard spec ran out. And so I wasted the guard spec and then got scary faced, which means I believe that I am going to get outsped by Mega Sharpedo, which I do not know if I can live that even at full health, but we will see.
That beefy 201 EXP. Let's see if that.
Okay, yeah, this is bad. Actually, wait, I think I still outspeed Mega Sharpedo. I think I don't outspeed Mega or Crobat. And the issue is that Crobat will use Haze, but it didn't, so we should be okay, I hope. We'll see.
Oh yeah, this is a Mega Evolution. It's the first one of the run.
All right, unfortunate.
Yeah.
So that was a screw up. That was me misreading the text. That was actually going quite well until then, so.
I would say for a run that you've been, saying this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, I feel like it's been overall going really, really well.
Yeah, other than the Archie fights, honestly, this run has been really good. And this one was my fault, just misreading. I was confused. I was like, I didn't think I needed to re-guard spec here, but I guess I miscounted because I just reworked this fight like 3 days ago, a little bit. And I was like, I guess I just miscalculated, but no, it's because taunt ran out.
Yeah, taunt is a variable thing. I don't know if it's the same in this gen, but I know in other gens,
no, taunt always lasts 3. No, Encore I think isn't, but I don't know about taunt. I know Encore is always 3 turns.
Taunt is 1 to 3 turns. It may have changed this gen. I don't remember.
Pretty sure it's fixed.
I think it's fixed as well. Pretty sure it's fixed as well.
I know we use
Encore in what's it called? XY, so it actually matters. Max speed.
No, it's not fixed. Oh no, it is. No, yeah, no. Oh, it's weird.
Make up.
It's okay. No, it's 3 turns if the user acts before the target. 4 turns if the target acts before the user. I see.
Yeah. Because it ticks down at the end of the turn, I believe is why.
And Gen 3 is... Yeah, Gen 4 is when it's variable.
Ooh, good dunk shot miss. So this is how it's supposed to go. Where, like, my brain knows how to read. And now we outspeed everything. It's not an issue.
At least we can see this beautiful background a little bit longer.
Yeah, just we listen to this theme more. Because the theme's really good.
This is the other way that Alpha Sapphire is better, because this background is cooler than the Ruby one.
True.
That one's like just a fire volcano thingy.
All right. So, first try. Yay.
Yeah, first try. Woo! Yeah!
So now we have a bunch of cutscenes. This is like the really slow part of the game, where we mash for a while. We do get to see Low Poly Crow, my beloved perfect son. So that's a win. But other than that, this is the part where my hands start to hurt because we mash a bunch. Which seems like it'd be a really bad issue at any percent, but about like, I don't know, 8% of runs? No, that's too high. 5% of runs get this far? Maybe, so. Omega Ruby, or Oras is a very deadly game.
The cool thing with Thunder, almost sorta feasible to be used in any percent for Alpha Sapphire because it is 100% accurate with Kyogre since Kyogre does bring up the rain. And Thunder is actually really useful for a few late game fights, but it's still just a lot of time loss having enough money and going into the store. But man,
Yeah,
it makes one of the late game fights, Glacia, really a lot better. But it's just
it actually
not good
doesn't.
enough.
It doesn't
Really?
actually make it that much better. I've looked into it. Yeah, it's still bad. Like I think you still risk sheer cold. Like it's still terrible, honestly. Because I looked into it when I was reading O powers, and I think what I eventually came up with was like, it's still bad. You still risk sheer colds. So it sucks because like
so
Thunder
unfortunate.
Kyogre is like a classic thing, right?
Yeah, that would be great.
But what it turns out that Stab Surf with Rain is just so freaking good.
Yeah.
Even with the resistance on
Yeah, it's just crazy
wall
how
run.
good it is. It's 104. Even with the resistance, it's still like 145 base power if you think about it, right? Because of Stab. Wait, no, 135, and then divided by 2, so like 60, but then 50% boosted, so it's still 90. And so like obviously that's not as much as the Thunder doubled, but it just ends up like not really making the fight safer, essentially, the way at least from how I calculated it. But I've looked into it for a while. Yeah. I think you save 1 turn of possible sheer cold. Here's the part where Archie's like, I might have made an oopsie, and then Maxie's like, please save us. Also, low poly crow. Low poly crow. Low poly crow. Yes. My beloved. I love it so much. Okay. I love this because Steven comes up just to be like, this is bad, and then leaves again.
Look at that crow. It's so good.
Does it have a name? Can we name it?
Low poly crow.
No, it needs like a real name.
That is a real name.
That's a title.
You're a title.
Okay. And
Yeah.
Okay, but it needs like a name so it's like, you know, blank the low poly crow.
yeah,
you know?
like Jeff.
Its
not
first name
low
is
poly
Low,
crow, the
its
low
middle
poly
name is
crow.
Polly, and its last name is Crow.
I disagree.
Well,
Yeah, you know what? I am gonna take Josh's side here.
my commentators are teaming up on me. It's messed up. So after this, so we got more cutscenes now, so that's cool. Love a cutscene. You might have noticed that there were reflections, then you walk too far forward and the reflections go away. I don't know why it does that. We get a little bit of Steven's poetry.
Also, another major advantage of Alpha Sapphire. You do
Oh my
get
God.
to hear the flood theme instead of the drought theme.
The drought theme is so bad.
The runner morale just goes up so high that you play way better from this point onward. The drought theme is just depressing. It's quite bad.
One of my favorite things
Very optimal.
about ORAS is that every time ORAS runner, or every time Omega Ruby runners are watching Alpha Sapphire, they go, oh my God, this section is so dark, how do you see? And every time Alpha Sapphire runners are watching Omega Ruby, they go, oh my God, this section is so bright, how do you see?
No. When Alpha Sapphires see this part, they're like, oh my God, this music's so annoying. How do you play?
Well, yeah. There's also that, but it's also just like blindingly bright.
Yeah, so you can hear the
Everyone
music
hates-
here. It's like normal music, and then the Omega Ruby music is just like 4 notes played repeatedly. Yeah, imagine that, but more annoying. That's basically
Which is
it.
impressive, because that was pretty annoying. Yeah, everyone always like dumps on me for using Switch Light Mode, and yet they run Omega Ruby, which is the Light Mode game, so that's confusing.
Really says a lot about our society.
It really does. Thank you.
I'm looking at your notes right now, May, on Ranger in light mode. Just full disclosure.
You can top right. There's a button.
Oh no, I chose it. I chose that path. It was in dark mode.
I actually like the light mode for Ranger better, just because I like the colors of it a little bit better.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Normally I just go with whatever's like default though. I'm like not a particular evangelist in either way. Like I use light mode Twitter, but dark mode Discord. Yeah. I picked the chaos option.
What's the deal with Pumpkaboo? I've seen like a dozen requests for Pumpkaboo.
Pumpkaboo. Did you not watch my run yesterday? Or any of my runs at Frame Fatales? You obviously did, but for the benefit of chat, you're asking.
Yes, obviously.
You're asking a rhetorical question.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
So actually, during
Amazing Corvina.
so you probably weren't. You maybe weren't watching Etchy's stream when Swift and I were just when he went to the bathroom and Swift and I just said Pumpkaboo for 10 minutes straight. We did that on GDQ, but not for 10 minutes. It was for like 3 minutes. And now, depending on how you feel, or depending on the individual, it's either the most obnoxious thing they've ever heard in their life, or they really want more of it.
So just like Oras.
Yeah, kinda.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Perfect.
Yeah, kinda. Pumpkaboo. The cutest cutscene in all Pokemon is coming up. Sorry, the cutest cutscene in all Pokemon that doesn't involve Nebby is coming up. Maybe people want me to do the Pumpkaboo anime cry, which I can also do.
Go ahead, do it, please.
Yeah, the people want more.
Oh, wait. If you want to hear that, put one in chat.
I'll do it after the cute cutscene. I don't want to like get distracted,
exactly.
you know. I would never get
we'll
distracted.
We'll get chat time to react to. This part's so good because the Mantine is so small. Just a little bean. Look at that.
It's tiny. It's so cute. Look at this little small. Look at this small little whale. I love
This is
Kyogre.
definitely not proportionally correct, but
my favorite legendary of all time.
yeah, just look how large May is on top of this Kyogre right now, and then compare this to the next cutscene where that is not the case.
All right, the Pumpkaboo anime cry is Pumpkaboo.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I feel self-conscious. Thanks, Josh.
No. I'm sure that was.
No,
very
it's fine.
accurate.
No, it's okay. You know, I come out here and I like put it all on the line for the people, and I just get met with like disdain, and that's fine. You know what? It's fine. It's fine.
That was some straight up repulsion there. Jeez. Like,
I would make that sound effect on my
disdain.
my stream deck. You know,
I'm gonna show up.
I've
Yeah,
never heard it.
I'm gonna show up in Josh's stream tomorrow, and there's now gonna be a sound alert for me doing that, including the.
Every time Josh shows up in chat now, just
That's gonna be my new gold sound. Is Josh going?
Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Okay, now look how large this Kyogre is. After it hatches from the egg. There we go.
now that's a big blubber.
Oh, that is true. The reason why Kyogre is so small in that cutscene is because it can willingly shrink itself, as we learned in PLA. That's a good bit of lore, actually.
I thought I just went through metamorphosis right now.
True. It does go from Mantine to Mega Mantine. All right, so we got that Master Ball earlier. At first, I was like, I'm a genius. I'll use Thunder. And then using the power of Thunder, because it's raining, it can't miss, and I'll just one-shot the Kyogre. Does not happen. You do like 2/3 of his health, then it murders you every time because it has Ice Beam.
Yeah, and you don't want to die here.
No, it's really bad. Let me just catch it.
This is one of those legendary fights where you have to kill it or catch it. Otherwise, you have to come back here and do it again. Like, you can't just, like... And in a lot of the games where you can like, run away or... like, if you die, it's not, like, the end of the world. The game just, like, progresses and pretends you didn't really do anything. Like, in Platinum, you can just run away from Giratina. You cannot do that in this game.
This is a 3-minute cutscene.
Everyone stretch, get some hydration.
This is the bathroom break in the 90% speed run.
Yeah, it only takes 2.5 hours to get there.
Honestly, it's a lot better than new Pokemon games because you can actually skip cutscenes, which is great. But also, for bathroom breaks, it's kind of rough. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. All these new games don't really have a built-in bathroom break for speedrunners, unfortunately.
Well, they could if they just let you... If they just didn't make you mash.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
The technology isn't there yet.
Telepathic mashing.
Ooh.
Forget turbo controllers.
We'll just make robots to mash for us.
We could Pumpkaboo for this whole cutscene if you guys want.
Oh,
Pumpkaboo. All right.
How's your day job going, Josh? How's everything going?
I love this.
Very spicy. Spicy like a nice salsa, you know?
Oh.
I love this.
Like
this
mango
yes
salsa.
and energy coming from my commentary right now. Super great.
I had some salsa earlier from Chipotle. It was pretty good.
Now,
I was gonna like the
salsa or
queso dip.
guac? Or queso.
Oh, salsa, for sure.
Good choice.
I don't get guac. I don't get the point.
Guac is great. It's just expensive. That's the only thing. It's always a lot for guac.
All right, should we check to see how good the Kyogre is, just for fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Always.
Fun thing about this cutscene is Brendan's just like, "You're my best friend," and it's like, yeah, we've only known each other for like 2.5 hours.
Who are you?
Are you good?
Oh yeah, you literally just moved into Little Root Town 2 hours ago. That's crazy. Time flies.
I know.
Time flies when you're... Oh my god, I was going to make a flying pun, but then time flies. All right, great. When you're having fun. Yeah, there we go.
What?
Because you're a balloon flying. Time flies.
Okay, that is true.
Time flies when you're dying to Archie repeatedly.
All right. If this Kyogre is also really good for any percent, I'm gonna scream. I'm sorry, Boxy. I will pet you soon. Okay, I'll pet you right now. I'll mash with
Also,
one hand.
worth pointing out that like you're much more likely to get a good enough Kyogre compared to a good enough Latias because Kyogre is actually really good.
Kyogre's crazy good, yeah.
Crazy good. So like comparing the two runs between like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, you know, Latios is way better than Latias, but Kyogre is a little bit better than Groudon, which is pretty cool. And
Yeah, but unfortunately, like you only really use Kyogre for like 20 minutes, so
yeah,
doesn't really save that much
Latios
time.
matters way more.
Yeah.
As
All
a
right.
result.
Let's look at this Kyogre. It's like fine.
Gentle.
Yeah, it's fine. Minus Defense is actually really nice.
Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but legendaries in this game, because this is the Gen... Did it start Gen 6? I think it... they have, 3 of their stats are guaranteed to be max, basically.
Yeah, I think that's a Gen 6 thing.
It is.
Yeah, it is starting in Gen 6. Anything in the
It helps
Legendary
a lot with the
group,
speed run.
which includes Cosplay Pika.
That is a legendary Pokemon.
It is. All right, so I am gonna save for this gym, just for like the sake of marathonness.
Puzzle time. Well, he's moving. He's doing it.
Movement.
Last one.
Movement.
Gaming. Uh-oh. Oh my god.
I'm actually very happy with that.
Ooh, wow.
That was impressive. That
And
is.
your in-game time, or your clock on your DS right now is 1337. That was so elite. That's crazy. that was actually really good. Very, well performed.
Normally, I'm pretty like self-critical of my ice puzzle movement. That was actually good. I'm happy with that.
That was fantastic. That is not easy stuff. That is some tough movement, especially on the 3DS D-pad, which is not a particularly fantastic D-pad.
And if you didn't
I
realize,
love the
you can
3DS
actually run in
D-pad.
this gym. So
What are you
it's
talking about?
terrifying.
Yeah, it's actually way easier in Emerald than it is in this game. I should really read another exact for this, but it's fine. Okay, that's bad. So ideally what happens is you don't waste your person berry on the 10% water pulse confusion. Yeah, I really should have actually read another X accuracy for safety on this fight. 93 is kind of like rough because pretty much if you miss a melodic, you die. You also get stuck in a heal loop really easily, so you have to hit like.
That was
okay.
a miss on my melodic.
Yep.
May, it says in your notes, don't miss, don't get crit.
I did in fact miss. All right. Well, I have to go for the crit there, which I didn't get. That's a 7% miss. Everything else is like not that big of a deal if you miss. It's bad on melodic. It says don't miss, don't get crit. Indeed. Unlucky. I mean, hey, you know, that's Thunder, right? It's 50-50. Either it hits or it doesn't.
Yeehaw.
That was the saddest yeehaw I've ever
That was a very sad yeehaw.
That
Can you
was
buy X
the
items?
of yeehaw.
Josh, can you buy X items in Elite 4 in this game?
No.
No, right?
No, you can't.
I didn't think so, yeah.
Thunder
Because if
is
so,
just...
I would just buy another X-Act then and just use 2 of them here for safety. Again, TAM's not always as, not only are TAMs not always as, fleshed out necessarily, but I'm also a little bit notorious for, let's just say, rooting in scary stuff. Shoutouts to, which one, what run was it where I was like, it's fine if it's like a, there was something at Etchy and I were routing where he was like, no, you're just gonna lose like 2/3 of your runs. And I'm like, yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah, that was most of the fights in White 2.
Yeah.
That was most of the fights that you were routing.
Okay, Paralyze is good. That was a little bit of status lag there. It's a cool thing that is in Pokemon. I will not be teaching Amnesia, as it is not useful. I actually should have confirmed the kill on Melodic there with not Thunder. I forgot that I don't have Metronome up right now. That's fine. So we cannot Thunder Wish Cash, as it is a ground type. We will Shadow Ball it twice.
Wild, we still have Gust at the 8th gym.
We're gonna have Gus forever. And Gus we trust. Also, I forgot, this is why I PP max the Thunder. It's because we need one more use of it. I could use a person, to be honest. I think I still have some.
The PP max is pretty easy to grab, so I get it.
Yeah, it's like right in the way. It also means, what's nice is it means that you have a little bit of miss leeway on like this fight specifically, because like you can miss on things that aren't melodic and it's not the end of the world. All right, so we have all 8 badges now, which means we are in the home stretch.
Ooh. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
That was much better, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of the game really flies by. We're done with the plot, and we're done with the gyms. So we kind of just go to Victory Road, rush through it. There's like one more story fight, basically. And then just beat all the Elite Four and the champion.
May, you should totally teach Surf to Kyogre just to show the Surf sprite.
That was a cool thing that happened there, where sometimes your B like input will get buffered, and then you'll like it'll just quit you out of the menu before you're done. It's very sweet. I do not know why it happens. I asked the world record holder for this game, or wait, former world record holder for this game, why it happens, and he was like, I do not know, and I was like, cool. I'm glad it's not just me. I love the surf music in this game. It's really good.
So yeah, Josh mentioned if you teach Surf to Kyogre, you surf on Kyogre instead of this
That is true.
low poly blob.
It is not worth it.
Yeah,
but it is fun.
It is faster though, right?
It is
Like,
fast. Yeah,
just
the surfing is a little bit faster, but it doesn't end up being worth it.
Are we still using the fainted Mudkip then?
Also, we get to actually watch the animation of
no.
surfing of
We don't
going
get
up
to be
there.
Kyogre on the waterfall.
You do not.
Oh, I thought we would have been. Damn.
All right, so that was all we get to do with Kyogre. That was fun.
Yeah, we got to get rid of it now again because there are some forced double battles, well, normally forced double battles coming up. May have to be very careful to not revive Mudkip there because then you will have to fight at least one of them. Will be forced.
So when I do box operations, I just kind of chuck them in the box, and I managed to chuck onto a slot that already had a Pokemon on it on accident twice there. That was cool. All right. You want to read the notes for the next fight?
Josh is gonna beat me to it. Hold on.
I'm getting there. Heal until you get confused, I guess? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Yeah, the thing that we're gonna see at this point is that all ghost types will murder us real bad. And this Frostlass is a ghost type. And it likes to Shadow Ball me in this route, where that's bad, and it likes to use Confuse Ray in, okay, you actually use Confuse Ray in this, that's good. So if you use Confuse Ray, then we outspeed after the person kicks in. We're not confused, and we're just two-shot and it's free. Otherwise, we get stuck in a heal loop till it decides to actually use a Confuse on us. It's very fun. That happened to me the other day. It'd be great if it used Shadow Ball first on Kyogre in any percent, which it never does. Okay, I was like, I'm excited to see my ratio emote show up, which is me being really good at this game. There's a clip of me, if somebody wants to post it in chat, of me just failing getting down that ladder for like 15 seconds. Because that's an abridged part of the clip. That's not the whole clip. All right, the exciting thing about this part here is we're going to be using a flying move that isn't Gust. We are going to fly. Whoa.
Whoa.
I'll do it again. Because of the metronome, I actually do not, I think the way that fly works with or setup moves work with metronome is I don't remember if it like starts out with double power or with a 20% boost when you actually get to use, because it considers it using it both turns, or if it just doesn't work. I think it's the former, but it's possible I'm wrong.
I do not remember. Yeah. I feel I looked into this at one point. I don't remember what the answer was. Though. Yeah, this Victory Road in general is pretty straightforward. All the trainers, there's a few trainer fights, but they all have like 1 to 2 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Not too bad. And at this point in the run, we have decent tools, at least.
Yeah. And we're able to, we don't have to fight that many trainers. My last run, my last attempt of this. Oh yeah, I forgot my PB dies to Wally here. Why did my PB die to Wally? I think it's either he did something that I wasn't expecting, or I like wrote down the notes wrong.
Yeah, I was totally trying to find estimate for you, and I'm just seeing you go through Victory Road, skipping all the trainers. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, my PB dies here. Yeah, but you can probably. It'll probably have like 20 minutes in the end, I think. I want to say. I don't know, like. The Elite Four is real bad, so it depends on my luck, which, as we all know, is extremely good.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how bad is the RNG and stuff for the final battles here?
It's not great.
That's what you want to hear at the end of a speed run.
Yeah. All right, this trainer right here is another notorious one. I'm taking him extremely safe because he will just fast spin on you and ruin your day.
He has a
also, yeah, Josh, you're forgetting about credits.
I think I mathed for credits.
There's no way.
Unless your PB dies and...
I'm pretty sure my PB dies a lot at the end.
Okay, maybe, yeah. Because you're at like 243 in Victory Road.
Yeah, the end is not great. So Wally is like not that big of a deal with the exception of Magneton. Magneton will ruin our day if we allow it to.
Yeah, this is the Wally glow up. He went from having just the Ralts to the team we're about to see here.
Be careful who you make fun of in Ballville. This song goes so hard.
It's only like 8. It's like barely a song. It's a jingle repeated.
Yeah, but it's also the hardest jingle repeated you've ever heard in your life. So
it do be a banger.
Use Cotton Guard. Don't use Dragon Pulse. All right, if we don't get crit, we should be okay. The annoying thing about this fight is that Magneton has Sturdy, so we cannot just one-shot it. In fact, Sturdy is going to be a consistent problem. All right, we should be okay. I will heal for safety on Delcatty, just because I honestly don't remember how much damage it can deal to me. I think that's actually maybe how I died in my PB, which you think would mean that maybe I would go back and actually add... By the way, with the 200 from the Super Potion, we barely heal all the way up. Okay, that's probably not how I died in my PB. I'm going to say that it was probably not Disarming Voice.
It always weirds me out that he just has a Roselia here. He didn't bother to evolve it. Because everything else is like...
Because Roselia's got such a like energy to it. I love it. It's just like, it just does not care. It's just here vibing.
Can you evolve Roselia? What is the requirement?
the shiny stone.
Shiny
which you should be able to
stone,
get
yeah.
in this game.
Isn't that the same stone used for Glade?
That's
Glade
Dawnstone.
is a Dawnstone.
That's Dawnstone. Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, oh
Which
my god,
doesn't
did he
exist
use
in
his
this
one
game.
stone on Glade?
Because that's a Gen 4 thing. In this game, it's the May Stone.
Ah,
Ugh.
Okay.
thanks, buddy. Thanks, Achi.
Unrelated.
out, you know.
If you're interested in running trade alt mains in ORAS, I do need new commentators. So
I haven't even run a trade alt main in Aura, so there you go.
I know.
Hey, that's a lie.
you're
You've done
only
what you
in-
want.
I did the Mudkip or the Piplup one.
Piplup.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
so
yeah.
long ago. Oh my god.
By the way,
Totally
quick
forgot about that.
plug. I
Dude.
routed Piplup for this, and I made a great set of beginner notes with lots of pictures. So if anyone wants to run
right.
that, you know.
I need to find that
Kyogre's
VOD. I don't think I
back.
have it though. Dang. I never uploaded that PV. That was a huge mistake.
I
Kyogre's
just want
back.
to see more of these. This is
I,
great content.
Look, if you want us back to run more TAMs, boy howdy, can Josh and I give you some TAMs. I had
could do
Achi's also
TAM
run a bunch of
races.
TAMs. Yeah.
So technically, I've only run 2 TAMs. This is my self plug, but I've done a lot of alt main
alt
runs,
mains,
which are
yeah.
more like
Same energy though.
strict alt main. Like you have to actually acquire the Pokemon in the run, catch it naturally, use it.
Munchlax on GDQ.
Yeah, my pride and joy is my Munchlax plus speedrun. So it's basically a Snorlax alt main in Pokemon Platinum, which involves rushing to the honey tree at Valley Moonworks, and then waiting 6 hours for the Munchlax to spawn, and then beating the rest of the game with it. And during those 6 hours, I RNG manipulate a bunch of Pachirisus with the pickup ability to grind for 0.4% rare candies. It's on my YouTube. If you look up Etchy, it's the greatest thing I've ever produced in my entire life.
It is pure
Highly
content.
recommend. Yeah.
All right. So, Sydney is annoying. It's a dark type trainer. We are a ghost. This is a problem, but it's okay because we have a secret weapon, and that is fly. We're just gonna fly everything, which is weird.
You fly everything?
Yeah, we just fly everything. It ends up
Why?
working out because like Drifblim's attack honestly isn't that bad.
I guess with
we're just
Swagger,
gonna-
it makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna. It swaggers us. We heal confusion, which is here. There we go. I know how to menu. He uses crunch. That hurts a lot. And now we
Holy
fly a
guacamole.
bunch. Wait, this might be bad. No, we're good. I forgot about Sucker Punch, but we're okay. Sucker Punch does an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, it is a dark type move that is 70 base power.
Ow! Yeah, it's like a thing about like a lot of these Pokemon just have bad defenses. Like Sharpedo's defense is terrible.
Yeah, Sharpedo's like all speed, pretty much, and attack.
Yeah, it's a lot of attack as a really high attack and speed. And then like Cactus and Shift Tree are obviously weak to it, so. And we have the Metronome, so now our flies are like crazy.
Yeah. Bless the metronome. We're at like 80% boosts, 100% boosts right
All
now.
right. After this is Phoebe. This is also a fight that we're weak to because it is a ghost type. The Elite Four is not actually, or in this game, is extremely unkind to Drifblim. I rerouted this 3 or 4 days ago, and it worked very well in my practice. So I'm sure that means that now it won't. But this is why we grabbed Kyogre. We grabbed Kyogre because of one move and one move alone is called Curse, which somebody like to explain the bane of all of Omega Ruby and Drifblim existence.
Yeah, so Curse is just a move that when you use it, all it does, nothing crazy, it just decreases your speed by 1 stage, and then increases your defense.
Okay, do you want to be serious?
No, that's what it does. But that's only if you're not a ghost type. If you are
Yes.
a ghost type, what Curse does is it halves your HP. So this was a Dustnor that she leads with. Dustnor will half its HP.
Dustclops,
sorry. Dustclop will half its HP and inflict a curse on you, which remains until you either faint or swap out. And what it does is you basically lose HP every turn, and you cannot heal it.
Quick interruption. Watch the chair on the right behind Phoebe. Okay, continue.
I don't remember what the percentage of HP lost is. Josh
25.
probably knows.
Yes, a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, did we miss it? Was
really
that too slow? Okay, well, I mean, they might be too slow.
It's only there for like a frame or like a couple frames. It's really hard to see.
Yeah, so the problem with this is that if we do get cursed, then we are essentially just stuck in a heal loop because curse plus shadow ball, we cannot survive 2 shadow balls and curse. It will just die. So if we don't have Kyogre, the only way to get rid of curse is to swap out. And if we don't have Kyogre, it just means we lose. Yay! All right, we need to heal the confusion, which is a full heal. All right, so there we go. So it cursed us this time, right? So we're gonna finish off Dustclops. Yeah, so now we would, the problem is that like, we just take damage every turn, right? There's no way to get rid of it, except we have Kyogre here. And so we're gonna use our Legendary as a heal fodder.
Hey, free reign.
Yeah, we get free reign, so now we can hit all my thunders. That's cool.
Yeah. Perfect.
Let's heal up to full. All right. So now
these Sableyes and stuff hit pretty surprisingly hard. Same with the
yeah, they do.
That minus defense Kyogre are also coming in handy.
True, that actually is very useful.
Yeah, dying faster.
So like that hurts and stuff, right? But importantly, we're not taking a quarter of our health and damage every turn. That is my recent reroute. I actually had a really good run to Elite Four, and it turns out that my PB, the only reason I got past it is because I never got cursed. I just got spited instead, which is really unlikely. So I thought it worked fine, and then it turns out that no, it does not. And it's good that that backup works, because if it didn't, I have no idea how you would actually win this fight. We're not going to teach Baton Pass. Not so useful in a trade-out mage speedrun. Crazy enough.
Crazy.
And the nice thing about at this point, we now have a 1.6 times multiplier from our what's it called? Metronome. Okay, so the third bad fight in a row. Glacia is the ice type trainer. We are a bird, and thus we are weak to ice. Would somebody like to read my notes for this?
This fight is hard. If you get to fence drop twice early on, so just don't do that, I guess.
That is my advice, yes.
A high poly bird.
So the thing with this fight is on wall rain, we need to hit a full odds thunder.
If you miss, 70%. You better hope wall rain misses too. Oh no.
Yes, so it will either use sheer cold or blizzard. I'm pretty sure it will use blizzard. I've never seen it use sheer cold, but I think it's technically possible. And blizzard is also 70% accuracy, so this is just a battle of who can be accurate or not. Also, if it hails, then I believe it always hits, so hopefully it doesn't do that.
Yeah, it does. Lily here is light screen, which adds another kind of facet to the fight. You got to track.
Yeah, this fight is bad.
Advantage.
This fight's really bad. All right, turn one.
And one light screen. That unfortunately does not give us an extra turn to set up the next accuracy.
All right, that's Hail should run out, I think, by Walrein.
Oh yeah.
So that's nice
Only
at
doesn't
least.
come out for a while. That shouldn't.
Ow. All right, did not get our defense drop, so that's good. That's 3. That's that Oron Berry. The reason why we use it there is to give us the speed boost. This fight was extremely difficult before I rooted that in because you needed another turn of setup, which sucked. All right, here we go. So yeah, the light screen wore out this turn. We set up to +3 so we can get this one shot. We're gonna one shot the 2 frost glasses, which we now outspeed because of the Oron.
So Walrein also has Sheer Cold, which is a 1-hit KO move if it hits. I'm assuming it never actually goes for it due to the fact that it has Blizzard that does an insane amount of damage.
Yeah, I think as far as I know, I've never seen it. It does actually out-level us at this point by 1 level, so it could go for it.
It depends on how the calcs work in this game for like the AI determining a move. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only your enemies can hit 70%, but not you.
I know, it's rough.
But yeah, as I was saying,
This fight was really hard to figure out, and even still, it has you have to hit a 70% move.
brutal.
It is in fact brutal.
But yeah,
this is actually probably the worst fight in the game, other than Roxanne.
Oh no, this has to be the worst fight in the game.
Roxanne's really bad. Because Roxanne, if you get crit once, you die.
Yeah, I guess like mathematically, Roxanne's probably more likely for you to die because it's just the sheer amount of hits you tank.
Exactly. Which you do dodge a lot of them.
That you will take a crit, even though it's only 1 in 16.
This one definitely feels real bad, though.
It's much more like a concentrated bad RNG thing. Also, I like that Drifblim's hair is like whipped cream. I love it.
The Drifblim in general, just very good.
Very good.
1. Two. Yeah, like unfortunately we just don't have an opportunity to actually set up everything we need if we wanted to like increase our thunder accuracy. Because we need +3 in order to actually get the one shot on Walrein.
Yeah, the only alternative here would be to either tank out the second light screen, just wait another 5 turns to do more setup, or
which just isn't worth it.
Get rid of the light screen. That's the only other thing.
Like, yeah, you could do that, but you're just like, at that point, it's like you gotta take risks sometimes in a run, you know? Because 5 turns is just so long. And even, like, it's honestly not even gonna be that much better because it's another situation, like, you're just gonna keep getting defense dropped from Crunch.
Yeah.
So it's honestly probably worse odds, too, so. I asked Josh what he thought was this the fight you were thinking of, by the way, when I asked you earlier? Yep. So this fight's notorious in any percent for Alpha Sapphire because you have to tank 2 turns of Walrein. Sometimes 3 depending on your speed, in which you can use Sheer Cold, which is again a 1-hit KO move that has a 34% chance to hit. Oh, come on!
Unreal.
That is
rude.
This is not before this run, I was asked if it was possible, like, if my estimate was realistic, and I truly did think it was. But we could be here forever. Why don't I just get mercy killed by missing thunder 8 times in a row? It's the true stadium experience.
I can talk about AI for a minute to explain kind of what's going on here. So there's a thing called kill AI in Pokemon where basically if they calculate a move can kill you, they're going to prioritize that move. If they have multiple moves that can kill you, it'll pick one at random unless one of them's like a priority move, then it'll prioritize that one. Like priority moves such as like Quick Attack, because then it's just even more likely to kill you. And Walrein's interesting. I don't know exactly if accuracy is factored into this game and all the other games I play, it or at least in Gen 4, it's a factor where like basically the AI does like pseudo damage rolls. It just runs all of its moves against you and sees what does the most damage. But it also factors in accuracy, so like it can miss, and if it misses in the damage roll, it's just not gonna pick that move. If there's something else that can do a good amount of damage.
That should have been 3.
So you might actually still have a chance of getting sheer colded by Walrein, is the point I'm trying to make.
I think it is possible, yes.
I think it's probably possible. But it is also kill AI,
I think I'm okay.
so maybe not.
Yeah, I'm not in Ice Shard range, so we're fine.
Who has Ice Shard? Last Glalie?
No, Glalie does.
Oh, there's one more Glalie, right?
No, the first Glalie does.
The second Glalie doesn't have Ice Shard?
I don't think so. I don't have it written down.
Okay.
I'm out of range anyways. So
Yeah, this should be fine. It's totally fine.
Like, unless I got double defense dropped, but I don't think I did. All right, third time's a charm.
Unbelievable.
The worst part is you have to wait till so long into the fight.
I'm starting to think that I've actually figured out how to manip battles in Gen 6.
There's no way you're rolling the same battle seed, right?
Yeah,
I'm not. No, they are slightly different.
For a bit, you know, just like. Can I get a 1 in chat if you think this is unreasonable?
So that's 1 in 27 so far. I'm missing that 3 times in a row.
Yeah, let me.
Can we get a 1 in 81? Let's go.
Because you're getting a 30% and then a 70%.
Oh, I didn't even include that part. That's true.
Yeah.
So that's even worse.
Hail hasn't been up every time, right? Been gone every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Hail. I don't think like. Yeah, Hail has never been a factor at that point.
Is it possible that we're just re-rolling the same like RNG seed? Is that
we're not?
Is that
the fights have been slightly different.
Because I know an emulator with Gen 6, you can get those sort of quirks with save and reset.
But like I've been getting like defense drops that are slightly different and stuff. So.
Right. It's also a lot further into the battle, which I think matters.
That was 3, right? Yeah, that should have been 3.
So the odds of getting a 0.3 into the 0.7 is so 21% basically each time this has happened.
So what's 21% to the third? Like 1 in 125-ish? I did once get a 1 in 256 on Rival 4, which I dubbed the Gen 6 miss, which is if you have a max special attack Latias, the range on Grovile is a 255 out of 256, which I have missed on a good pace run. I love this game.
Getting the 21% 3 times in a row is 0.9%.
Okay! Hey, crit!
Okay, if you just don't die again, this will be underestimate, so you're good.
Yeah, I crit for good measure, too.
Let's go.
You seriously crit? That's hilarious.
I know. Alright, good news. That's the last Thunder we use.
Yay.
I'm going to heal. I'm going to use the elixir. I'm going to equip the metronome again. And I'm going to teach Calm Mind over Thunder.
Thank God.
Oh, that's a good move.
It is a good move. What if my X specials were also X special defenses? Ooh. Good. So a nice thing about this fight is it's not as bad. I am still gonna save for it though, just for marathon-ness. But yeah, so ideally, on Glacia, you get better luck than me, and it's still bad, but it's not that bad. But I guess I accidentally forgot to oops, please save. I actually forgot to set my accuracy IV to be high in this balloon when I breeded it, so that's on me.
Understandable.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what Calm Mind is, every turn you use it, it's +1 special attack stage and +1 special defense stage, so it's pretty neat because it's effectively as good as using an X special attack, but you also get the extra special defense bulk, which can be coming in handy.
Yeah, so now we only need Shadow Ball, and the only moves we're going to use for the rest of the game are Shadow Ball and our true ace in the hole move, Gust. All right. Ow. 1, 2. Alright, we should be good. Okay, especially for cotton guards. And now we're gonna... Yeah, Drake is always like the easiest fight, honestly. Drake is so easy in with Kyogre that despite being 4 times weak to ice, or having 2 Pokemon that are 4 times weak to ice, we still just surf them. Even though that's neutral effectiveness. Ah, my attack! Also, by the way, the only reason that we still have Gust is because we need to break Sturdy. That's the only time where we're going to use it. So don't get too excited for Gust. It's not like our main attacking move by any means. It is just a Sturdy breaker. But hey, you know what? It made it the whole way.
I was gonna say it's something that we're still using Gust.
It is a move that we learned without having to replace a move.
Mm-hmm.
It was the 4th move we ever learned, and there will remain forever. All right, so we're coming up on Steven. Last fight in the game. I should heal. This fight has one thing that can go badly in it. Okay, there's technically more things that can go badly, but there's one main thing that's an issue in this game, and that is Stone Edge, which is a rock-type move and is thus super effective. Stone Edge deals an absurd amount of damage. Its base power is really, really high. It's like 110 or something? 120?
I think it's 100 base.
Is it 100? Still. It also has an increased crit rate. It has a 1 in 8 chance to crit. A crit will kill us no matter what. But it is 80% accurate, I think. Or 85.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's not a very accurate move. So the 1 in 5 chance, or 4 in 5 chance to hit, 1 in 8 chance to crit. What could possibly go wrong? 10% chance, I think that is what that works out to be, to just die to Aggron.
Clearly, you've already used up all of your bad accuracy luck on Glacia, so this will go fine.
That would be nice.
That's how RNG works. Gambler's fallacy, right?
I hope that's true.
Banger.
It is quite a banger.
This armor is super annoying.
Yeah, it just likes to spam.
In a lot of ways.
Toxic.
Yeah, if you have other Pokemon in your party that are alive, it'll also sometimes throw down some spikes and whatnot, which is actually great, because then it basically does nothing to you, but not happening here. That did a lot of damage.
Well, I mean, part of it was like turn 3 of Badly Poison.
Yeah, it just feels bad because of how high your HP is, and the toxic being a percentage, it just takes down so much.
Also, part of the problem is, again, my HP may be very high, but my defense is garbage. 4. So part of, like, what sucks about this is that Aggron has sturdy, so we always have to take a hit. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, optimal.
Nice.
And now we hit the Shadow Ball button until we win.
I was looking at this. Apparently, Glalie has base 80 stats in every single stat.
Very boring.
It's well-rounded.
So weird.
And that's Mega
because
is like 100 and everything.
Yeah, the Mega's like... The Mega's has like more variance at least, but yeah. What a weird Pokemon.
And a final HP stat, 256.
I think we might level up again, to be honest. I don't remember. Off the Mega Metagross.
But 256, you're definitely going to level up here. But 256 is such a nice number.
I know.
Oh, 2.
Josh, would you like to read my notes after this fight?
I would love to. Watch the credits.
Wait, we're not going to be doing that. Haha.
What a great
Okay, it is
day
exactly
to be in a
260. That's
marathon.
pretty satisfying, too. So time will be on the fade out after the Hall of Fame when it's like, congratulations. Normally, for Oras, we have to watch the 11 minutes of credits so we can do the useless Brendan fight at the end. I don't want to get into it, but it's bad. We're not going to do that for a marathon because it's bad and boring.
This was a pretty good run. You're only like...
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal. Yeah, this is honestly okay. I'm like, despite dying to the Glacia 3 times, so I'm like a minute behind PB. So
Wow.
when this run wants like all the things this run, but it wanted to make my life miserable, really went all out.
That is so impressive to get underestimated with all of the unluck.
Yeah, I also hit an optional, so a weird one to hit too, not like one of the normal ones.
You did a lot. I'm going to be sure to follow you on twitch.tv/CorvinMA.
If you want to watch me
More
die
Pokemon content.
in more Pokemon speedruns, boy howdy, do I do that a lot. Oh, hey, it's Kyogre. All right, so time is coming up. Rotate faster. I forgot how long this is.
But look at Drifloon. It's
Now.
just floating.
Let's go, May!
Yeehaw!
Let's go, Drifloon!
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That was a great run.
If-
Thank
if
you all so much for being on No Category Left Behind.
Thank you for having
really
us.
enjoyed this. This was
Thank you.
really entertaining. And again, yeah, we've been saying it. Please make sure to give Corva May a follow. I've posted her link in chat quite a few times, but definitely a lot, as she said, a lot of great Pokemon content. Semi-cursed, maybe? I don't know.
Often cursed, yeah. Well, I did get cursed, and I had to swap out because of it, so.
I want to give the 3 of you a chance to go ahead and shout out anything you'd like.
Yeah,
Let the people
so
know where to find you and what to expect if they go to your channels.
First off, if you are interested in running Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I highly recommend it, despite what other people will tell you. I actually really, really like Oras. It's my favorite speedrun that I've ever done. You can check out the 3DS Pokemon speedrunning Discord, which you can find at the speedrun.com page for Oras. It's a great community, big fans of all of the people there. You can also find me at twitch.tv/CorvaMay and at twitter.com/CorvaMay, or I have a podcast where I ask people questions, or people send in questions about speedrunning and we give advice that she's been on before, actually. So you can check that out at twitter.com/DearPBPod. And then shout out to both my commentators for being here and hanging out while I died to Glacia a bunch.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
And make sure in chat, I want to say to give a proper shout out to Etchy and the 4th Gen Gamer. Make sure you follow both of them as well. All 3 of these people here tonight are absolutely fantastic Pokemon content creators. So please make sure if you enjoy Pokemon, give them all a follow. They deserve it.
Oh, and I will also plug the Switch Pokemon Speedrunning Discord because the alt main / trade alt main community is a lot bigger for Sword Shield in particular, and also Let's Go too. But just because they're more popular games and easier to stream, there's just a lot more alt mains and a lot more things you can run.
Plus,
and if you want to, go ahead.
You can alt main anything in Sword and Shield. It's a game that's like perfectly made for trade alt mains and alt mains.
Perfect for it. And again, if you want to check out the peak evolution of an alt main speedrun, which was my Munchlax / Snorlax Pokemon Platinum speedrun. If you just look on YouTube for Etchy Munchlax, you'll find it. It's 12 hours long. It's really good.
Woo!
That's the only thing I want to plug.
Very relevant to this run, I will be doing Cosmog trade alt main on April Fools on my Twitch, so definitely follow if you're interested in that. We only get Splash for a very long time, so it will probably be a 12 to 18 hour speed run.
Heck yeah.
So you said Splash?
Splash, that's all you get. So it's struggle strats, pickup strats. It's going to be great. Great April Fool stream.
Yeah,
that'll be something.
Josh really is like the unofficial king, despite being the 4th Gen Gamer, is like the unofficial king of Gen 6. Does a ton of Gen 6 stuff. So if you're a big fan of Gen 6, as you should be, because it's good, you should check out Josh. And if you're a big fan of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which you should be, because I ran it yesterday and it was a disaster, you should go watch Etchy, or if you like Platt, because he does that sometimes too.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for being on the show. Chat, we're going to take a quick little break here, but make sure you stay tuned because after this is the Community Spotlight, which will be featuring Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer.